Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Hello, everyone.
We're live.
We're live. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm Justin Caritis. With me is the most poker savvy commentator currently in the booth, Jake Rosenstiel. It's true, right? It's true.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just a whale.
I'll take the credit and the blame.
I don't even know how to start to prepare them for what we have today in store for our viewing audience.
The messiest, most dysfunctional 1-3 game in the history of NorCal poker.
It is Wine Wednesday.
Oh, Jesus.
That's important to keep in mind. Half off all bottles of wine, and we have the Veronica and Friends lineup. 1-3, 25 to go. No limit.
It's what they've been playing already. It's nuts. It's like people are like, oh, just gonna play 1-3. It's like with the live straddles and deep stacks, this game's like it's off the chain.
It is an all-star lineup. No doubt about it, right?
Some good peeps in the house.
Very good.
And Veronica.
And Veronica's playing. Yeah, that's very exciting.
Free money.
Down there in seat 1, you'll see in the small right-hand corner of the screen right now, that game is going to be big. See that? How I did that? Amazing. Huh?
Magic.
Yeah, I know. Right there in seat 1, you've seen her before. That's Dee Timmons in seat 1. Seat 2, one of our favorites, usually he's in seat 9.
Anthony Call Your Mother in seat 2. Yeah, gonna be a little bit out of his comfort zone and not in seat 9.
Yeah, that's gonna probably have a big impact on his play.
Probably gonna have a bigger impact on him though is having Frank in seat 3 immediately on his left.
And Frank is a beast.
And if there's one thing that if it's one thing that can complicate your everything you do at a poker table, it's Frank being on your left. You guys, you can't put him on a hand.
And in a purple shirt.
And he's got a great purple shirt.
A purple shirt. Who's that seat for? We do this every time. I'm sure it's getting old by now. The one, the only,
the billionaire,
the whipped cream band, Veronica Brill.
God, how does Anthony run so bad? He's got Frank to his left and Veronica to his left. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, he'll be happy on the button.
Honestly, I'm looking at this lineup. There's no good place to be sitting because right in the next left seat in seat 5, that's Harlan.
Yeah, wow, like the dealer box is the only place that's safe right now.
Another professional.
Yeah.
Seat 6, Mike Postel.
Mike Postel, Player of the Year.
The infamous Batman in seat 7, and now we want to thank Batman for being here, taking a night off of fighting crime to play poker here at Stone's Gambling Hall in beautiful Citrus Heights, California.
Yeah, he's the best. Now, but tonight he's going by L888, L888, L888.
Cool. I like it.
The late train. I don't know.
Let's see. 2 people that we've missed out on those last 2 seats. That is Daniela in seat 8. The one, the only positive vibes. Yo, teach yo. You all know her.
And I've been telling Daniela more and more. She'd be playing more cash and less tournaments. She's been doing
he's stealing my customers.
A little bit of a heater lately. She's been making some adjustments to her game. Been running deep in a lot of tournaments. But every time I see her play cash, I think this is where she should be. Cash game poker. It's great.
And last, but most certainly not least, seat 9, Kathy Stahl is joining us today, and really not enough to say about her skill level, her ability to read the table. She's a fierce competitor, and I think this lineup's going to create for some really
Kathy just came off of a really deep run. There was a 1,000-player tournament, and she shopped up 12 ways just this last weekend.
I'll be impressed when she plays it down and gets first.
We got a hand developing here. Mike Postle somehow ended up in a hand. I think he straddled here with a jack 6 and flops top 2. Frank catches bottom pair in a backdoor spade draw, and we already got $151 in the pot.
Nice. Hello to everyone in the chat room. Thanks again for joining us.
678. I had such a fun time doing commentary with him.
That was a great
Yeah.
session of commentary. Definitely the most technical live stream I've seen here at
I
Stones.
went home, I downloaded PO Solver. I'm understanding things I cannot comprehend. If that makes any sense.
It does, actually. I used to go to church, so same.
Same.
Deja Vu in the chat room is asking if this chat is live. I believe that's a question for you, Jake.
I'm not falling for it. So Mike puts in a raise here to 145. Frank comes along. Queen of Diamonds on the turn. That card might concern Mike a little bit.
Now, Frank drawing to the one and only remaining 3 because it appears as if though a 3 has been mucked.
Frank missed his running spades.
Big bet for Mike. I guess hoping to take it down or maybe get rid of flush draws. Has no idea, I'm sure.
He's looking to get
that
called.
Frank is this weak.
He doesn't want to get raised, he wants to get called.
Well, I don't think he's going to get anything. It's going to be hard for Frank to call. He probably knows he's only drawing to a 3 here. And he's definitely posturing for the fold.
Frank gets rid of it. Deja Vu, what's going on, guys?
I heard they're delicious. I actually would have ordered it had I known.
And that is a very common scene, Mike Postle stacking chips.
Absolutely. This is what I love. I mean, look at this. This is a 1-3 game. Look how deep everyone is. We didn't really go over, spend a lot of time on stack size. There they are. We see Kathy, Harlan, both over 1,500. Mike Postle, 1,300. Plus, he just took down that pot. Batman, or L888, got 900. I mean, most players are 200 bigs deep.
So for anyone new to the stream, let me tell you a little bit about the game first and foremost. It's 1-3 no limit. It's a 60 to 500 buy-in when we start it, but it does become a table max game. So as the players begin playing and the stacks begin growing, you can buy in for whatever the chip leader has, which I think it's Mike right now, right?
Yeah, it's going to be Mike, Kathy, or Harlan. They're all sitting well over 1,500 right now.
You are watching Veronica and Prisoners. This is where Veronica invites 8 unsuspecting poker players, takes all their money, and then makes them pick up the booze tab.
It's everyone trashed. What a mess.
When you tweet me, you're gonna get like that blandish. He tells me I make my rice like
Question in the chat room from Brett M. Cal. Are the bigger games at Stone's table charge rake? Actually, at Stone's, we don't even have a rake. A rake is typically referring to a percentage of the pot that's retained. We do a straight drop. Some of our bigger games, PLO and 1025, I want to say off the top of my head, do take time. So there's a collection every 30 minutes.
What if a 5 came on the river, Mike? What do you think?
This thing's checking through. Frank makes a pair of 5s. It's going to be a showdown.
One thing that I've noticed is different when we see a Veronica and Friends game is when we see just like a regular 1-3 or 5-5 on the stream, is the starting hand selection is very different from other games. Usually you see ace, king. Here you got king 7, 10 deuce, king 5, and of course king 5 wins.
You know, in this lineup, in this matchup of players, any hand can be profitable right now.
Hand. If you'd like to play in any of our live stream games, it's as simple as contacting me. If you look in the chat room, my information's right there. I'll get you in. If you want to play in the Veronica and Friends game, you're gonna have to kiss up to Veronica because she actually selects the players for this game, which is why
What a job putting together this lineup.
Jake is over here.
Yeah, because it's Veronica and Friends, not
Friends.
Veronica and Booth Buddies.
Sorry, Jake. That's sad.
What are you going to do?
All right, new hand coming out, and action is on Kathy with ace 5 suited. She's gonna try and sneak in there cheap, see if she can't flop a flush.
Kathy makes it 15 to go. G comes along 9-10 off.
Do you know what L888 stands for?
Well, I know like for me, I mean, growing up I was a car guy. L88 was an RPO code for the 427 Big Block Chevrolet. They went into a lot of the Corvettes and other. I think you can get a 427 L88 and a Chevelle as well. L888. I don't know the 888. I have no idea.
I don't even want to know what to say about that.
I'm just answering. Sean McCormick just joined us in the chat room. He's asking about the buy-in for this event. Yes, believe it or not, 500 is the cap buy-in. But now you're looking at the stacks and wondering how it happened. It is a table max game, so as the chips shift around, you can buy up to the chip leader. Our 1-3 games play like most places 2-5 games. Sometimes even
plays deeper,
like a 5-10 almost. This one might get to that 5-10 level.
$25 straddles and Veronica, buying a bottle of wine every orbit. I mean, games are gonna get big.
Is it up to every orbit now? Wow. All right. That ace peels off on the turn, gives Kathy the best hand, but D not ready to give up yet. She's going to lead out for 30.
Come here.
Kathy did have the best hand, right?
Kathy let go on the flop.
Oh, she did. Oh, she should have stuck around.
Harlan now will not chase his open-ended straight draw, even though the ace comes off.
How is she bet 30 into a $200 pot? Is that worth it to call there? I feel like the odds should be about right. Open-ended?
Oh, for Harlan.
For Harlan. He's open-ended to call 30 into 200.
He definitely called her, especially with D firing 2 streets. He's got to expect her to have some semblance of a hand. She's not just on bluff. If he thinks she's got bluffs, he can raise the ace. But on the other side, you don't want to just call and try to get there, because then if you get there, you're unlikely to get paid. But her firing 2 streets there, he's got reason to believe that she has a real hand. He can call there.
One other thing that I always notice about the Veronica and Friends game that does not happen in other games is if you look behind, the whole back of the table is just a line of trays full of food. Right? Am I right?
Action folds over here to Veronica. And the $10 straddle is in effect right now, so it's 1-3-10.
Are they doing mandatory live straddle?
No, they just have a lot of problems, that's all. Mike calls 25 on the button. Daniela calls the 7 to the big blind. And Kathy, she's being laid a hell of a price here. But what are you really going to do with King 8?
I would have played with you two, but not with her.
You give a speech and fold. That's what you do.
I mean, yeah, she'd rather have a hand like 7-8 or 8-9 there. I mean, King 8 is technically, the hand rank is starting a better hand, but she's much more likely to be dominated there.
All right, we go to the flop, and
that's
a bittersweet flop for Daniela to flop a middle set, but with 3 hearts on the board.
And Mike Postle has the 8 of hearts to give him an open-ended straight flush draw. And she's going to lead right out at it.
This is where we see blood. What do you think, Mike? You got a pair, you got an open-ended straight flush draw. He's like, I'll give you a little action. He's just gonna call. And we get to see a turn card. It's a jack. Probably exactly what Daniela wanted to see, other than pairing the board. No hearts, no straight cards.
Yeah, she wants to fade. She just wants to see an 8, 10, 5, or hard.
Look at those outs up there on the top of the screen. Those are all the cards that will help Mike get there on the river. You could see, even though he's technically hugely behind because of all the outs, I mean, he's at 37% to win this hand.
Yeah, even with only 1 card to come, 14 ounces.
How does she bet him off of this? Is it possible?
You don't want to bet him off. You want to get paid.
Every time someone has a draw against me, they hit it.
That's why we chase you around the room like puppies.
I know. I'm aware. Okay, a fantastic card for Daniela. She doesn't know it yet. She's hoping for the board to pair, but that actually completely misses Mike. If she were to bet again here, she'll take it down. Hanging on is going to be the key if Mike decides to get aggressive. But she's going to bet it, and I think that's the right play there. Very difficult for Mike to call.
Yeah, Mike's never calling a pair of 6s. Hard for Danielle to get value from worse. I mean, Mike can have some small flushes here, which he's going to snap her with. Is ace 9 with the ace of hearts calling here? I don't think so. I think if you're Danielle, I think you can check. He shows the 8 of hearts.
Yeah.
And maybe to catch some bluffs. But
There we go. Positive vibes works again. Daniela's going to scoop this pot about a little over $400 pot.
Look at her all happy. I love it.
All right, she's going to rack up and take her winnings home. Let's get someone new in the game. Oh, she's staying. That's great.
Bobby Boy 12, welcome to the chat. Sean McCormick says that it's the right play. That. You know how I know. I
Great comment, Sean. We're excited to have you in our game on Deej Day on August 8th in our PLO game. Sean's going to be here
Sean's
playing.
coming for PLO?
He is.
Oh, wow.
He said he
Cannot
wouldn't miss it for the world. Oh, you want to play now?
I just follow around a poker room operators.
Yeah, exactly. That's smart. It's a strategic play. We're notoriously horrible.
They see just enough poker to think that they know what they're doing. This is...
Well, I know I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care anyways. I just want to get lucky on you once so I can just rag on you the whole time. Oh, how'd the math work out that time, Jake?
Oh my God.
Is that a limp over there? Are you limp, Frank?
Oh, I love it. The beer is working. Kathy's now talking crap to Frank, giving him a hell for open limping.
I check out everybody.
Walt Price is Frank's only in for 350 right now. Frank, I don't know how many. Yeah, he's got 350 in his stack right now, but I don't know how many bullets he's in. Frank might be into
unlimited bullets.
Yeah, Frank might really be into this game 3K. I don't know. There's a lot of chips on the table already. I have no idea.
It's like old school video games. You don't have to do ammo pickups. You just fire. Just keep firing. You'll hit something eventually.
So Kathy here, she's going to exercise her option in the big blind and make it 13 to go with King 5 of spades.
The percent pot you won about 15 minutes ago?
Brendan Cow says Jake's staking people from the chat if you want to.
Just so our viewers know, I want to let you know that the microphones on the table are turned on, so if you want to enjoy the table talk,
and there's a lot of it.
It's always good table talk on the Veronica and Friends game.
So everyone gets a piece here. This ought to be fun. Kathy's got top pair, backdoor spades. Both Daniela and Frank hit middle pair. Kathy bets 20 and Frank comes along. Danielle cannot overcall. She gets that way. Kathy picks up spades.
Wow. Great hand for Kathy. Not quite the check mark yet, though. We can get a 9 or a 7 peel off on the river. Or not even the 7? Well, the 7s aren't showing for outs, but I do believe a 7 would be an out for Frank as well. Am I missing something?
The 7s might have been folded. They might have all been folded.
All right, King will get the check mark for Kathy. She's going to play it safe. She doesn't like her kicker. She checks, and then she gets to see right now. King's enough.
I had a pair of spades as well. You would have liked that because mine was...
See? All the food behind. It's like, damn. Somebody hungry?
I hear Frank telling Kathy, "Oh, you're lucky spades didn't come. I would have had you." Frank had 9-7, like red 9-7. I love it.
Doesn't he know we're recording this?
But he's got 25 minutes to let her just think and dream that, you know.
That's true.
It's a little 25-minute lie.
Those are the best kind.
It's real.
All right, new hand, new action, new excitement. First up, Anthony. Anthony gonna try and get in there with 6-5 under the gun, raising it up to 20 with 6-5 suited. Anthony's really good at mixing up his play.
I like it.
I'm sorry.
You know, if you're gonna, ever try to get your bigger hands paid off, you got to be willing to open up some suited connectors in early position as well. The same is also when certain board textures come down, where your ace king, ace queen, ace jack, type hands miss. If you want to bluff certain boards, people got to be willing. They got to know or be willing, to think that you're capable of having suited connectors if you raise early position. For a lot of players that don't do that, certain board textures you just know completely miss them, and depending and if you know how they play their overpairs, you can immediately just kind of isolate them down to just overcards, and you can play perfectly against them at all times. Ace, deuce, deuce. Daniela, I love Daniela 3-bet the button with Jack 4.
We got Randall with the hand too, L888, but it's not showing up here, so do keep in mind as you're following the action here that this is 3-way.
Wow.
That was not Danielle 3-betting. Okay, we missed. So a little bit of graphical error there. It was Batman who actually put in the 3-bet out of the cutoff. Didn't see his holding. But Anthony called out of position and took the pot away from Batman. L8888. I can't. L8888. I'll get this right eventually.
Let's just go with Batman. It's easier.
Batman. He's Batman. That's how I know.
I'm Batman.
Takes the pot away with 6 high.
I don't go bullshit on that.
Yeah, Gay Corpse is in the chat room now. He makes a great point. No one is thinking about your under the gun range when you open under the gun. It just says strength, right? Automatically. See, you're wrong. Jake thinks about it. You can't say no one.
A lot of players.
Forgot about Jake.
Yeah, I'm somebody. And we are B straddling. It is a 1-3-31 to go.
Wow.
1-3-31, no big deal.
Good time to pick up pocket aces.
Live 31.
Live 31.
You can say that out loud. He's like, this is really happening. Live 31.
1-3-31 to go. We told you, this is the Veronica and Friends game. It gets crazy in here.
Gate Corpse is no one in this game. Camera right now on Mr. Mike Postle, and there's someone who is thinking about everyone's ranges at all times. He's also thinking about what he's going to have, to drink next, but man does enjoy thinking about some poker as well.
You might end up aborting. Oh, that's cool.
I love that house. So beautiful. And I'm sure you live in the $1 million area, but ours was
Now Frank here, in what is effectively, it's a limp pot, is going to pick up Ace-Jack suited here, and Frank's just going to shove it. This is a great play by Frank.
This is just classic Frank.
Harlan's got worse spades.
Actually, yeah, I don't mind Frank's play here. Happened to pick up a very strong hand. Everybody just limps in. But we do have Mike to contend with. Mike wouldn't call off 31 with nothing. And
here he is.
We got action.
Mike calls.
There's blood in the water.
Mike's got to have a small pair, small medium pair, 8s, 7s, 6s, something like that.
We're here to gamble. This is not a spectator sport. Now it's around to D, and let's see what D's up to here.
D can never call the 8-5 here. Well, Mike's got a middle pair.
I think you still have a platform. It can't be that. I got to be fine. Gambling. No, it's good. I am one. All right. No, I appreciate it. I mean,
Mike says 9s.
I hear Mike say he's drawing dead. We haven't seen his cards yet, though. Did Mike get in there with 5-8?
yeah.
Mike does not have 9s. Does he?
Oh, that's the hand I want to go up.
Jack 10. Oh my God.
It's kind of
Mike
a loose
says
call from Mike, huh?
sicko.
Yeah. I don't see that type of call from Mike. How many beers deep is he?
Evidently $273 worth of beers. Not enough.
I hope it was the best beer you ever had, Mike.
So was there a reason that you think that Mike can call there with a middle pair of things that Frank's just going to be jamming any 2 Broadway cards? Or a lot of just any random ace-X stuff when everyone plays that passively pre-flop after doing dollar shuttle pot. And Frank's effectively only shoving 10 bigs. I mean, now once he makes it a 31 to go out of the straddle, he only has a 10 big blind stack, so he can't do a lot, on the after the flop. So he can be really wide for shoving there. So that's why I thought Mike would probably have something like a small or middle pair there. But the same reason, the same logic, Frank can be jamming 10 bigs with anything. 9s worse, 8s, 9s, 10s, 5s, 4s, 3s, ace-X, in which case Mike's getting the right price to call there with Jack 10. It's gross. I mean, Mike didn't want to be dominated there by Frank's ace-Jack.
He wasn't fully dominated. I mean, he didn't have any copied cards or anything. He was completely live. Like 40% right there?
No. Ace-Jack versus Jack 10.
I'm going to go with 40%.
Ace-Jack, Jack 10.
37%.
Not 40%.
We're so specific in here.
I might have got my pregame on.
Speaking of Ace-Jack, L888 makes it 15 to go, Ace-Jack of hearts.
You just put the key in and we check it down. All the way to the
That's a bomb pot.
We played that like it's a strong hand, and then you play after the flop.
Get out of here.
Frank can make a call out of the big blind king queen.
It's a fun game. Did you win tonight, Holmes? I just need to know.
And they both catch a big piece of it. Frank with top pair and L888 Batman hitting that jack. They're both going to check it to the turn. 4 of spade peels off. Doesn't really change much for either player.
That's a good check back by L888.
Now he's going to bet it.
Frank leads and he calls. Disco, top 2,
And the tides had turned. Top 2, 2 pair. This is Veronica and friends.
Frank knows exactly where he's at. You heard Frank say that. He's I just got rivered.
Are we doing it now?
I don't know who said it was a female voice, but somebody just said nobody loves you. That's really sad.
That's got to be Veronica.
Somebody has to love them.
I checked.
If you are not in Citrus Heights today, let's give you a little weather update. It's a scorcher. 108 degrees out there.
One car down.
Yeah, it
One
was
car
real.
down the corner.
Almost feel like it's kind of nice, like they brought Vegas to us, right?
Yeah, for those of us that missed it,
Only without the cheap buffets and the dancing girls.
it's give and take.
It's really not Vegas without cheap buffets and dancing girls.
I'm not sure what's going on. Someone has time.
Yeah. If you look at your hand and let the gut
You
check
guys are
come.
way too nice to Jake. This is when I really like to screw with him. Like when I paid a rabbit, he's like, oh wait, you must have called. No, hey, what? You gotta no, it's not right with it.
Even when you're not there, they're talking about you.
I love it.
Alright, let's see a flop. And then we'll go in turn where everybody comes up.
Green in Portugal. Going in the chat.
After a flop,
After
you
a
turn
flop,
up
one
one.
Hey, quick shout out to everyone at home that helped us out by following the link to our YouTube page. We did get to 100 subscribers, and we'll be able to get that custom URL. Thanks for your help.
So we got a $50 bomb. Everyone
really?
has put in 50 pre. No one is looking. Everyone is rolling over one card at a time now.
I like my chances with all those.
We get to have the luxury of seeing exactly what they have before they open their cards. And right now, Daniela and Dee in pretty good shape.
Danielle's got an inside straight draw and a hard draw.
Yeah,
Oh, come on. Nine ball.
like her chances.
And a hard ball.
Here comes the turn card. Lots of hands to keep track
And Anthony, who rolled over a 9. Neither one of them knows what their other card is.
That's it.
D is in great shape here, but Daniela's still very, very good.
Anthony needs to pair the board or
Hard.
he too.
Daniela for the win.
Oh, Daniela's going to take it down. Congratulations, Daniela. That pays off. 8 deuce all the way to the river makes a flush. And that's how you win right there.
Nice hand,
Nice
Mike.
river. Yeah. Nice hand.
You should have run it twice for all the hits.
Oh my God. There it is.
Why did we talk?
And I got the street!
Oh man.
Yeah, she made a straight
Oh
two.
my God.
Second to Daniela.
I got a blouse.
I told her before the stream started, I was like, Daniela, the key to poker,
Do it. And she
positive
I
vibes.
don't want to do
Just get positive vibes, and the chips will be like magnetically attracted to you. It's true. It's a different school of poker.
Different school of
It's a
thought.
different school of poker. This guy and his math and figuring out pot
You and your
odds and all this boring stuff. All you gotta do is have the feeling. You got the heart,
That's a nice business card.
you got the pot. That's what they say.
$450 bomb pot.
That's all?
And Daniela's off to a great start.
That's the second big pot she's scooped. Remember, she scooped the $400 pot earlier.
Yeah. Big money.
No whammies.
Cherry, you guys so far. Green chips and bomb pot. That's 2 cherries already.
Hey, she almost mucked her too, also.
I am Pork Crusher. Is that how I say it?
Yeah.
Pork's Crusher?
I'm
Pork Cruxer?
Pork crusher.
Pork Crusher.
Pork crusher.
Pork Crusher, you're in the chat room. I just wanted to say, you're right. You gotta get into this game. He wants to play. Here's the problem. Can't play from home. Come on down. We're right off the Antelope exit in Citrus Heights, California. At the luxurious and beautiful, newly renovated Stone's Gambling Hall Saloon. Did I do good?
Great.
Sounded good? All right.
Almost professional.
Not as good as Veronica. Veronica does the voiceovers on those commercials. It sounds fantastic, right?
I don't listen to him anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give her any compliments.
Yeah, never.
She didn't invite him to her game.
King 3-5, couple of hearts. Checks over to Frank. Frank's got a pair of 5s and backdoor nut hearts. He bets 25. Dee also has a 5 here. She's out of position. She's not going to play against Frank.
I've been doing bonbons for like 14 years. I like it. I like it invented that.
I've been doing bonbons for 14 years, trust me. That's my first.
You know, you can see me ride on bonbons and all that.
I think I might want to buy the table around. I don't know, like, I mean, it seems like they're pretty well lubricated by themselves, but I might just try to push the action even further.
I'll hold the fort if you want to pop out for a second.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, give me an opportunity to say all the things I've been wanting to say about you.
Oh God, it's all gonna be recorded. Yeah, I'll pop out real quick.
All right, it's just gonna be you and me for a second. This is pretty exciting. God, I've been waiting for him to leave this whole time. Just kidding. All right, action's coming back around to Veronica. She is on the button, and it looks like she's gonna put in a little more than 15, raising it up to 50. Harlan threw three green chips in there, but he actually only met 50, pulled one back right away. And now it's 50 to go. Nobody's getting away from this that was already in for the 15. Coming back around to Frank, 100% expect the speech, and he's gonna call. There's no way he's going away. Got to see this pot 4 ways. A lot of great cards. Let's see what we get on the flop. King 7-4 rainbow board, and Frank comes out best hitting top pair, and that's also another proven fact. If you give a speech, you're probably going to connect with the flop. D connects with a piece of it as well. Harlan with backdoor flush draw, and of course the best hand going in, Veronica with ace 10, does not connect with the board at all. So Veronica, now with the worst hand, is betting out. Everyone folds around to Frank, who's got top pair. He's going to call 100. That takes us heads up to the turn. A 9 peels off. Great card for Frank. King 9, 2 pair. He does have the check mark. Veronica drawing dead. Frank goes all in, Veronica folds, and that is a basic ABC hand. I got to give Veronica credit for betting there. As soon as she sees the flop 4 ways, she probably knows that that's her best opportunity to win. If someone got middle or bottom pair only, it's very possible she could have bought the pot. Okay, he's back. Don't tell him what I said.
Yeah.
Did you, were you able to get him a drink?
Everyone's very well lubricated over there, but yes.
Okay.
Another round.
Oh, you did it anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna go over there.
Like, why not? Yeah. If anyone pukes on my live stream table, it's on you.
There's a few that are doing well over there.
Veronica made a great play on the last hand with ace 10. The flop came king 7-4. Frank was in there with king 9, so he had hit top pair. But Veronica bet it out and tried to take it down. And I was explaining, had Frank only hit middle or bottom pair, it probably would have been tough for him to call $100 on that flop. But being that he hit top pair, he's going to come along. And on the turn, he hits a second pair. Hits king 9, hits both his pairs. He bets it out. Veronica
just spewed off.
Right? No, she got away from it. She's actually playing very good. Give me 1 second. I'll get someone out to you.
You need me? I know, this is fun.
So we are live. We're gonna get a deadbolt on that door.
And Veronica is gonna rip it. 244 all in. We can't see her cards. It is tournament poker in the 1-3 game.
On a flush draw, I should be calling you 100% of the time right now.
That's an ace king shove right there. Frank says that he should be calling her 100% of the time because she's probably on tilt, but he's going to do the right thing and lay it down. And we didn't even get to see Veronica's cards, and she's not going to show. She says, "Screw you."
Veronica has hearts.
Huh?
She has hearts.
That's all?
Yep.
You sure of it?
She's smart enough to know that if she has the best hand, she has, ace, queen, king, queen there even, to be extracting value. And now, on the other side of it, if she's trying to level herself, probably she's probably gonna think, okay, I'll jam this here, make it look bluffy, make it look like, I'm shoving with a flush draw to try to get called by some of the pair of sixes, maybe like we saw Frank with. But knowing Veronica and her betting tendencies, Veronica jammed hearts. I watch her play a little bit.
You know how she plays? I thought you taught her.
She doesn't listen very well.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Remember this one time I said no whipped cream in the booth, and I went home that night with whipped cream all over my brand new jacket.
So did Kathy straddle here? Yes, Kathy's got a $10 straddle on. Frank comes along.
That's not a V straddle though.
Not a V straddle. Hard to V straddle 2 chips.
There's a way. I'm sure of it.
Frank calls 9-8 of diamonds. Veronica comes along with 5-3 of hearts. And Harlan is going to make a move at this pot and make it 40 to go with Queen 7. God, Harlan's good.
Queen 7, the computer hand.
Absolutely.
Why is it called that?
Because against any and all random holdings, it is exactly a 50% favorite, or it's even money against the deck.
Against the random.
Against random hands, yeah. So 10, 10, 6, 2 hearts. Mike Postle's got nut hearts. Veronica's got wrong hearts. No one's got a 10 here. And Harlan, who is the original aggressor with Queen 7 off, I don't know if 5-way he wants to put in a continuation bet or not. He opts not to. Deuce comes off. 213 in the pot. And Frank with a gut shot.
Calling with the gut shot and a pair board. A little on the dangerous side.
He's leading out the turn here. And Veronica...
No, don't do it, V.
She can't profitably flat here. She should be shoving or folding.
She should be folding. Of course, it's a much easier game to play when you can see everyone's hole cards. Don't think I'm that amazing.
No, if she thinks that Frank will check fold. No, this just got more complicated for her because it's Mike overcalled right behind her.
And here's your river. It double pairs the board, 10s and 6s, with no one else holding a pair. That makes ace high for Mike the best. And honestly, this isn't the worst thing for Mike to see on a double paired board. He has to assume that a good portion of the time his ace is probably good in this position.
Frank bets half the side or half pot here. There's now 663 in the pot.
Is this time for a hero call? Are we gonna see a hero call out of Mike here?
The problem is here. I mean, Mike, he can beat hearts,
but he's got great intuition.
He can.
Mike has great
other
intuition.
Than that, it's all dry bluffs.
I think he goes, and he does. And there he goes. He's gonna just call, and he's gonna see that ace high's enough. Hey, why not?
I like
ace high call. I love it.
Frank played the hand.
A lot of predictions in the chat room, but if you guessed that he was calling with ace high, you were right. Ace high is enough. It's gonna take it down. And look at Daniela's face. She's like, really? That's the game I'm in? Call with ace high and be good? Yeah, here Veronica, Mike Postle, ladies and gentlemen, and that's correct. Mike is a beast. Every time I see him sit down at my poker table, I leave.
Mike does very,
and it's
very
not because
well.
he smells bad. He doesn't smell bad. He showers almost every day. He's just a great player.
I mean, I like Frank's line. I like his sizing.
Yeah,
his sizing.
Frank did nothing wrong.
His sizing's so value-y. I'd almost be like I said. I mean, if you're miking, I mean, he should. I mean, have more bluffs if his sizing is larger. Frank played the hand really well, I feel.
That's gonna hurt on the screen.
Veronica and Friends always has the best table talk. If you're looking over there on the slider on the right, you'll notice that we have an ad up for our 40K guaranteed last Sunday tournament. It's this Sunday. 350 buy-in, 40-minute levels, 15,000 chips, 6 levels of unlimited re-entry. Always a great tournament. And we will be live streaming that final table this coming Monday. If you want to get in cheap, show up this Saturday at 3 p.m. We're running a mega satellite $90 buy-in. 1 in 5 will win their seat. All right, we're on the flop here 3 ways, or 2 ways.
Heads up. Mine can open up out of the cutoff, ace-6 off. Kathy defended the big blind with 10 Dewey. Mike flops the best of it. He'll put in a c-bet and it'll be check, bet, fold. Yeah, really, I mean, crazy call there by Mike in that previous hand. I mean, not just because, I mean, he's, and a lot of times, when you call him with ace high, you're calling, to chop, which really sucks. But he was blocking Frank's bluffs. We talked a lot about using blocking the nuts, but also when you're hero calling, you generally want your opponent to have a lot of bluffs in their range. So when you're holding ace jack of hearts, you're bluffing some of the hands that Frank might be bluffing with. And that puts more value hands in his range. And so calling out there with the ace jack of hearts, make it all the more amazing of a call there, just because not only is he calling the ace high, but he's calling in a specific spot where, because of his holding, Frank's gonna have a lot more value hands than he has bluffs, just because Mike's blocking all the ace high heart bluffs.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, no problem. And gate course is it's a Frank call, and that's the thing about loose aggressive players. They can have hands too.
Basically, I needed to.
They tend to obviously have more bluffs, but they there's no reason why Frank can't have 9-10 there.
Gay Corpse is repeatedly asking me if I like pasta in the chat room.
Do you like pasta?
And I'm intentionally ignoring you because I know I'm being set up for something. I'm not Jake, okay?
I'll buy it.
Do you like pasta? I love pasta. There you go.
So here we go. $15 straddle. Harlan makes it 60 to go with fours. Harlan came to play.
Frank and I, we studied have a very long history.
You didn't study that?
See, I didn't study cover boy.
This is next level shit right here.
Cover boy.
Table talk's amazing.
Again, if you don't have the sound turned up to hear the table talk, you're going to want to do that. We repositioned the microphones too. Can you hear it's a lot more clear?
Can I hear us?
No, them.
Oh yeah, no.
Table talk.
Yeah, very much so.
We've been doing a lot of work on the stream, updating our server, we're updating our broadcast computer, we're completely revamping the entire system.
No, great job. I can hear them much more clear.
Yeah, and we're going to be bringing a new look to the screen as well soon.
Can't wait.
We're going to open it up and utilize more of the space on the screen. So, if some people don't like that we only get like 70% of the screen here. Gotcha. We're thinking about opening it up, having this floating over the top. So look for a lot of visual upgrades coming soon. We're only going to get better and better.
I love it.
And we have some game show concepts type of things integrated into the poker games.
More gimmicks. I love gimmicks.
We got to have gimmicks. And we got new commentators coming in. Upgrading everything. Okay. All right, we got some action four ways.
Looks like it. So, if I'm seeing this correctly, Frank put in a $55 straddle because he's Frank. Harlan flats 55 with 6-5 off. Kathy makes it 155. I love the play out of Kathy. She's got position, probably the best hand. I mean, Ace 10 is a huge favorite over two random holdings that Frank can have out of the straddle, and Harlan showed no sign of strength at all, but just by limping along.
Justin Kelly, the Fat Train, joins us in the chat room. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. I think he's out on the East Coast somewhere at some pinball convention.
Yeah, grinding out the gaming circuit. I love it.
Nice, buddy. Thanks for dropping in on us.
Ace King 9, and Kathy's got the best of it. With Harlan limping,
Harlan, he doesn't have much to work with.
Yeah, with him limping and then flatting a raise off the button, Ace King 9 is going to miss him a whole heck of a lot. Checking back, I think, might be a consideration for Kathy, but I mean, if she's going to be balanced and be c-betting all her bluffs there as well, then she's got to c-betting some value hands too.
think
So I think it's fine.
Harlan is such a well-rounded player. Like he knows the basics, he has them down, but he's not afraid to mix it up and get crazy and stick some chips in with 6-5 once in a while. But he also knows when to get away too. I really like having Harlan in the game. I wish he played the stream more often because he has quite a range, and it's great to see players that it's not just this one style. He can change gears easily. He can mix it up and
There's a lot of bad beat stories that start with I was playing against Harlan and
yeah,
there's
exactly.
a lot of those stories. I love it.
Well, I mean, and you're talking about guys like his whole crew, his group of friends. These are guys that just live and breathe poker, kind of like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except this is like a whole group of guys. It's like a religion, really. They get together, they do their prayer to the poker gods, and try and get their luck right.
Yeah, you got a little Doyle Brunson pagan idol, something, you know.
Yeah,
something for you.
I don't know what the Doyle Brunson pagan idol.
Pagan.
I'm a bad pagan, apparently.
I don't know.
Isn't that a motorcycle gang?
The pagans? Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Don't mess with the pagans.
Weren't they on that TV show with the guy with the blonde hair and? Back to the game.
You're a mess.
All right, we got Frank picked up pocket jacks and the big blind. Frank seems to do a really good job picking up big hands and straddles and blinds.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So Frank elects to lay a little trap here by flatting jacks out of the big blind. Harlan, who had straddled Queen 7, and here we go, Harlan Queen 7 again, flops the world here on 8-7-7. D's got an inside straight draw. And I love it. Harlan comes right out there and raises. Frank makes it 25, leads 25. No one thinks he has jacks, and Harlan pops him. And like I said, Frank probably loves this. No one knows I'm this strong right now. And Frank's probably going to be content because of this board picture. He's going to be content to check call down. I don't see him folding at all, though. It's Harlan. It's Frank.
See, and this is what I'm talking about with Harlan. You get into a pot like this with Queen 7, hit trip 7s, and he plays it like no big deal, you know, like he's just in there with any other hand. Just happened to flop good. Just trip 7s, no big deal.
Like I said, a lot of bad beat stories start with so I was playing against Harlan.
I think he's copying you. He's word for word. Do you know him?
I know that guy.
Just from here?
Just
or
from here.
In real life?
Harlan?
No.
In real life.
Gay Corp, so in the chat room. Have you guys met before?
No. I'm actually looking forward to Gay Corp coming here for the...
really taken with you. I think you guys are going to be best buds.
Besties forever.
Besties forever.
Yeah.
You guys can pinky swear on it.
We'll put tummy sticks and everything.
Pinky swear action.
No, so Gay Corp's supposed to be here for the Veronica Friends game
That's
in
what
August.
I heard. Was he actually going to show up?
Of course
Are
he
you
will.
showing up?
Gay Corp's is the best. He's here every time.
I heard, because I heard Wapri might not. Is that correct? Wapri's in the chat room. Are you showing up for that?
Yeah.
I do predict event.
Oh, Plastica joins us in the chat room. Pleasure to have you here, Plastica. Sorry, we're not giving anything away in the chat room tonight, though. Every time we give something away, she wins. Oh, but I have great news that Plastica's going to be very excited about. You might be, too. We just scheduled another Twitter roll.
Did we really?
Later day.
Awesome.
Yep, come in on Labor Day, September 5th. $10,000 tournament. All you got to do is follow us on Twitter, pay a little nominal buy-in fee, and no re-entry. I think the players really like the no re-entry. They said, I had a few people tell me, it was nice to play a tournament where, it's just one shot.
Where I wasn't allowed to fire 5 bullets?
Right. Yeah, because that's the only way you win.
I'm gonna get traction on one of these bullets, and once I do it, then the field is screwed, so...
Well, this one, it doesn't help boost the prize pool anyways, because the prize pool's set. It's $10,000. You follow us on Twitter. Come play. That's Labor Day. We'll get more information for you guys soon.
So Daniela makes it 30 to go with King 10 of diamonds.
Flops open-ended.
Anthony came along the button, Queen 8 of clubs.
These are my absolute favorite scenarios. When you have a hand that has not hit anything, is still on a draw, and is almost tied with the hand that's made because of the amount of outs that they have. In this case, a king, a 9, an ace, any of those give Daniela the win. So she's going to go ahead and bet it out. This Daniela bet 65. Frank and Harlan can't call here. But Anthony has to at least see one card. And we get that spade picked up on the turn. Oh, did Harlan call?
No.
I thought Harlan folded.
Harlan did fold.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Heads up on the turn, spades. Check, check.
Oh, check and check. Okay, so we get to see a river. It's another deuce. That brings Daniela down to 0. Anthony with the check mark, bet it out, and doesn't matter how much. Daniela's not calling there.
Anthony could have thought about turning his hand into a bluff there on the turn. And he doesn't have to. She's got a lot of showdown value with Queen 8. Danielle, you know, I mean, she could be slowing down because she missed it, which she did. She also can slow down because of spades. But like another way to play the hand, and I'm fine with the way Anthony did play the hand. Another way to play it though would be to turn your hand into a bluff there. And if Danielle's on top of you, King, Queen, Ace, Queen, Queen 10, any of those hands that don't have a spade in it, you can probably get her off better.
Well, she's got to be aware too that her situation and who she's playing against.
Yes.
You know? So I'm sure she took that into account. Don't let Daniela's sweet little innocent image fool you. She is a full-blown shark. Oh, Frank got someone girlfriending chair there. That's nice. I like having someone in the girlfriend chair. It's always fun. Talk to each
Having the wife in the girlfriend
kill
chair.
some time. The wife chair's on the other side. That's the girlfriend chair, yeah. But you want to have a barrier between them. You don't want your girlfriend to know about your wife. That's bad.
So Mike puts in the $10 straddle, and happy birthday, Mr. Mike Postle. You've got aces. He's got
Is it
5
really his
limpers.
birthday? Oh, he's just being cute. Okay.
5 limpers.
Did Mike limp?
Mike had straddled.
Oh, okay. Mike straddled and picked up aces.
Yeah, makes it 65 to go. Now D, she might be thinking that Mike's just trying to make a move with the pot. If that was the case, I think that Mike would make the sizing a little bit larger.
Okay, Corpse, I don't think it's an open limp with aces. I think Jake said that's a straddle. Aces with a straddle, right?
Very much a straddle.
Not a V straddle? I couldn't see if it was a V straddle.
No, Mike doesn't open limp.
So there's a lot of trash in here. So when Mike makes the proper play when it comes back to him, he's probably going to get everyone except maybe one hand out of here. D repopped it. 55 to go now.
No. It was 5-way limp 10. Mike made it 65 to go out of the straddle.
Oh, okay.
Now D calls 55, Frank calls 55.
Gotcha.
And here comes Harlan.
So we actually get a 4-way pot out of this.
What do you think about that?
And 9 Jack King flops
Harlan. Top and bottom pair. Now this is not a good board for aces at all. Any one of these hands can have a lot of equity, and a lot of equity
But
against you.
he's got to bet. He's got to bet out, and that's what he's going to do.
I mean, you can get value from one pair straight draw combo hands, but there's also going to be, like, these hands are also going to have a lot of equity against you.
I'm going to play. All right? He's defining his hand. If he doesn't bet here, somebody else bets for sure. He gets no information by checking.
I don't bet, finding out where to see where you're at bet is just like, that's 2003.
Show me where that's written.
2003?
I think it's the right play. He puts it in him out, just like a feeler, see what's going on. What if he just gets called here and he gets a helpful card? What if he gets raised? He knows exactly where he's at. I think it's a good thing to be betting here. Frank all in with King 3, not for much though. 84 it looks like. 84 all in. And we're back around to Harlan, who has flopped 2 pair. Not the most beautiful 2-pair board though, right?
It's a lot of danger. It's a really coordinated board, and that's why I'm not like the finding out where you're at bet is the waste of money.
Here we go.
My wallet is lined with the guy who was just finding out where he was at. The way ultimately what happens is
like with
you
his skin, or
you
what?
tell everyone else where you're at versus finding out where they're at. You turn your hand face up oftentimes when you.
But why is his skin in your wallet? That's gross.
It's a whole other.
You got some serial killer stuff going
Yeah.
on here. All right. Well, Mike, great fold. Harlan just calls. Mike gets rid of the aces and probably gonna have an ace on the river. I'm just kidding. All right. Looks like he would have won.
He would have won.
He would have won with the jacks pouring on the. But great fold. He folded when he was behind. You can't really fault somebody for that. Or can you? I've been proven wrong multiple times. Let's fault him. Do it.
So Harlan jammed the flop, and Mike's got an easy fold.
I knew exactly what that river was.
And it ends up chopping because now it's kings and jacks with a 9, and Frank might be the luckiest man to play the game.
Frank's the best.
He is. If you had to go around on this table and pick out who the most all-around skilled player is sitting at this table, aside from Mike Postel, who would your pick be? Because I know it's Mike Postel hand down.
Veronica, bro.
I'm serious.
I love it. I love it. That was your response. No, I'm being serious. That's not a joke.
Come on. I didn't say funnest player. I didn't say loudest player. I didn't say player that drank the most.
Oh, here we go.
Who's the best player?
Frank, are you listening? Are you listening?
At this table, aside from Mike,
I said
There's
nice
more lessons
flat.
going on.
I mean, you really, it's tough because you got Harlan, you got
Harlan, Kathy,
right? I mean, you got some real beast mode players in this game.
Anthony plays a lot of hours. D travels around the tournament circuit, a lot of poker.
I don't think I looked
You got a name like Batman. I mean,
Well, Batman doesn't really play poker more. He's more crime fighting specifically, but he does this more for entertainment and fun. He's very wealthy, I think.
And then he fucked it
that was
up.
very, very well. And Harlan's a legend. I mean, he's
Like
Harlan.
my ace.
What about, I'm curious in the chat room, who do you guys think is the most skilled player at the table? Let us know. We want to hear your opinion.
But you know what? That's the way it goes.
We're getting a great speech from Frank.
Oh, tilt bone.
Doesn't take much nowadays.
All right, it is now 40 to go. Veronica has raised it up with
I
Ace
don't
Jack,
respect Mike, but
and
oh, wait a minute.
he says he does not respect Mike.
And I like this raise from Veronica. Her Ace Jack here is so far ahead of Frank's opening range now. Frank actually got a real hand here with pocket eights.
$30.
But Veronica, she is, I mean, generally she can actually, 3-bet for value here with Ace Jack off, as strange as that might sound. She's expecting Frank to call and expecting her to be ahead a huge percentage of the time. As it is, it's a flip. Mike comes along though. And speaking of Mike Postel, ladies and gentlemen, Queen 4 trade, 2 spades. And there's Mike with King Queen of spades.
I love the nonchalant, just take a sip, check. I'm not really interested in this board. Turns trip queens, and 8 on the river.
But we'll take another ball.
That would be fun, right?
So gross. 8 of spades.
There you go.
8 of spades.
Oh yeah, that'd be dirty. Mike's gonna go ahead and take the turn as an opportunity to bet 75. Frank doesn't believe him yet.
Next round's on me.
And did Veronica come along?
Spades.
Veronica got out of there. There's the spades. Mike's got trip queens with a flush kicker.
I retract it. I'll go back to the room.
No.
And look at the chat room. They're stealing your lines. Good job, people. Disco.
T-Live Daily Vlogs. Always one of my favorites in the chat.
What's up, T-Life?
I didn't have anything.
He said it's not T-Life. It's T-Life.
T-Live.
We appreciate you joining us, everyone else. Thanks for being here with us tonight in this special edition of Veronica and Friends. It's a 1-3 no limit game here at Stone's Gambling Hall in Citrus Heights, California.
1-3 with 2K stacks.
With 2K stacks. That's amazing. Are you going to get in this game afterwards? Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it.
500 behind him. This particular
Everyone's going to be pretty lit by then.
They'll be well lubricated. I can't wait.
He loves lubrication.
Can I get a lecture, please? I need
That's the
one.
word of the night. They're lubricated.
See, you wanted me quiet here.
I did not allow
I don't know what I'm doing. I call it ace high, fold aces. I don't know what the heck.
At some point in time, we're going to get service around here. That's going to be awesome.
Here, put your cards in the row. 500 behind.
What the reader say? Did I have good cards? Okay.
Yeah, Suited Aces is in the chat room. He said it doesn't look right without Anthony in seat 9. I have to agree with you. I hardly even recognize him, and also you see his mojo's completely off. He's not playing a lot of hands. He's not comfortable.
We talked about when we ran through the lineup. He's got Veronica and Frank immediately to his left, and that changes how you have to play poker.
And not only that, it's not his seat.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you believe Kathy took his seat? That's pretty messed up.
I think it was intentional. So Frank makes it 20 to go out of the hijack. With, I don't even know if he looked at his cards. I really don't.
Come on, Randy.
What's he have? Oh, we can't even see his cards. What's going on with
He did.
that?
He raised dark. Frank did not look.
Oh, so it's not live. It's just a dark race.
Yeah, just a dark raise.
Done.
You are correct, Wabri. It's stones in any game 1-3 or higher. It is a table match. You can match the biggest stack. So our games here get huge. I remember the last 10:25 we had about an hour into the stream. There was already about 50,000 sitting on the table, and it wasn't sitting still.
No, it was
Moving around.
So NLHE makes it 60 to go over the dark open. Mike, who had flatted Frank's open, he comes on as well, 10-8 off. And on Queen 6-3, 2 spades, it's going to check back over to AAA. But I'm sorry, he's going to check to Frank. Checks through, and both Mike and NLHE hit the 10 on the turn.
Hey, can we all have a table chair? Can you put table chairs?
Mike leads here.
Table chair.
But I don't know if you guys noticed that getting a little hitch Mike had there when he's grabbing chips there. I think Mike kind of second guessed himself and decided he would rather check instead. But once you kind of reach your chips,
The bet's good though. He gets the better hit.
wow, he gets a triple,
Yeah.
it's a full.
Frank, it's on you.
Cheers, guys. Cheers,
How do you fold a 10?
He probably thinks that he checked the queen. He's not happy with it.
But I mean, he could be betting spades, he could be betting clubs, he could be betting straight draws.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I changed my
I don't
phone
know.
number, so I didn't know that.
Mike Boss, ladies and gentlemen.
So, for all of our tournament players here at Stone's Gambling Hall, we have a big weekend coming up. I want to let you know about it real quick. This Saturday, 2 tournaments. We have our regular weekly Saturday 10K guarantee for 130 buy-in at 11 o'clock. And also on Saturday at 3 p.m., we're running our first last Sunday Mega Satellite. It's a $90 buy-in. It's 10,000 starting chips, 20-minute levels, 1 in 5 players will get a 350 seat for this Sunday's last Sunday event. 40K guaranteed, starts at 11 o'clock. 350 buy-in, 40-minute levels. Ask Jake, he loves it. It's a great tournament. Anyone that's played will let you know, so make sure you're here. We can't wait to see you, and if you want to get your seat cheap, this Saturday at 3 p.m.
Can you just transfer over another 50,000 to my personal?
Doing math.
Yeah, just running it through what the rake is on the satellite.
70, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
What she said, we want it in there tonight.
cheap and easy.
I think it might even be in on this. Maybe we broke it down here. Oh, it just says 90.
Yeah.
All right, Veronica finally picks up a big hand. Ace Queen suited. It's coming around to her, and a pop. Nope, she's the one that raised it.
Yes.
And D hits her 10. Veronica with that Ace Queen.
Right here, look at that.
See the flop. Why is she showing as the biggest percentage? I can't see what hit on the flop. Can you see it?
No, we don't have a flop up yet.
No, the flop's out. It's just not on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's not up on the screen, so we can't see percentages yet. And see what the flop was.
You gotta run it.
I want to see what Mike Poppel will do.
Is it on me?
All right, we don't have the flop showing just yet, but it is showing Veronica with 44%. It makes me think either she hit a pair or some diamonds.
I think that's based on
The hard way.
pre-flop equity.
Oh, it hasn't updated from pre-flop. Okay.
Correct.
There we go. Okay, so now she is in good shape. She hits the queen on the turn, has top pair, and now she's definitely got the best hand.
So Frank, though, that queen gives him an inside straight draw to go along with the spades.
We get those blue drinks on Rush.
And I think if you're Veronica here, you're flatting all the way. If Veronica's ever listened to anything I've ever said to her, oh no, he bets 200. Okay, I take that back. Veronica can get it in against Frank,
You
maybe.
have to loan me money if I die on this hand.
Wow.
Veronica's already asking for loans.
I didn't see how much Frank was betting there, and now, I actually think Veronica could have got it in there, try to get it in against Frank.
Looked like 200.
No.
Veronica's at 200 to
Okay,
call.
he's got 350 back. Okay, she can flat. Deuce. And if there's one player at this table that might have a deuce, it's Frank. And Veronica should flick a chip in right now.
Just one?
Yeah.
Now,
Put them all in, Veronica. Don't be scared.
Flick the chip in V. Here's the scary thing is Frank bet like 3/4 of his stack. Players generally, when they do that, are typically very, very strong. Oh my God, Veronica.
Oh, you want to go out there and smack her?
no, I don't want to see. Just much it.
Are you gonna be okay, buddy? It's gonna be okay.
Oh no, she called. She
Okay.
She said she
We thought
verbalized
she
call.
folded.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna screenshot
thank
Jake's
God.
face there because that was classic. He just breath taken away. I thought she folded too. The way she turned her hand over.
Yeah.
She wasn't very happy about
She
it.
said call. Okay.
So once again, this is classic Veronica and friends. She invites all her friends and then takes their money.
Okay. So Veronica verbalized call and tabled her hand.
For the one hand where I wish I would have been a very bad player.
That's the funnest way to play. Get it.
I got ace in the game ball. Looked terrible. Right.
Yeah, Frank had 350 back, so they flatting 200. I think it's fine.
Answered everything.
If Frank only had another 2 back, I think he just try to get in against him.
I could never fold.
Yeah, we all the way that I didn't. How long she took to call, and then the way she tabled her hand, I really thought that
Yeah,
she
it
like,
looked like
she was like euro
did.
folding.
All right, we got a new dealer coming in. That is Melinda, also on Twitter as Badass Poker MMB. If you want to follow her, she does a lot of great poker updates. One of our dealers here at Stones, and always like to give a shout out to the dealers when we're doing this because we're very fortunate to
Yeah,
have
we know
very
we-
skilled and talented dealers.
We got the best dealers.
And it's a nice thing to go into a casino or card room and not have to worry about the dealer messing up your pot or having to watch so closely and not pay attention to your hand because you're afraid the dealer's going to mess up. The dealers here do a fantastic job.
Excellent
They put
job.
the players at ease. They make the game very comfortable and they're very helpful. So not just Melinda, but a shout out to all the dealers here at Stones. Thank you for all your hard work.
Melinda had actually, she played in the, if I'm not mistaken, the very first Veronica and Friends game.
She did.
Yeah. Melinda's a blast. A lot of fun to play with.
She's actually been in here grinding all day before her shift.
I believe it.
Yeah, she's a poker.
She's a poker assault weapon.
I was gonna say junkie. But.
Oh, same thing.
All right, new hand shaping up here. We're around to Daniela, gonna let it go. Kathy with a 9-7 on the blind. It's been raised up to $15. And we're gonna go ahead and see a flop here. 3 ways it looks like. Jack 8, and that misses everybody. Anthony's best with his 6s. Of course, small pocket pairs on boards like this are can never be too comfortable. It can be easily counterfeited. He's going to go ahead and bet 25, and Kathy could call one time here. I don't think it's a great call, but it's not a horrible call either. Just see what comes off on the turn, and disco is what comes off.
Easy game. You just fill gut shots.
Gut shot? I can't even hit open enders. She's hitting gut shots? Must be good to be Kathy.
Runs good in life.
All right, Kathy gets to check mark. That 3 helps no one. Kathy straight is good. And there's probably not a bet here that Anthony can call now, especially with her leading outs. He's looking like he's going to, though. That's what I said. He's completely out of his element in seat 2.
He can beat King Queen, and that's it.
Yeah,
You're beating one hand, Anthony.
he knows. It's not Anthony's first rodeo. It is, however, his first time playing this game in seat 2.
Seat 9 Anthony would have folded already.
Maybe we can let him call his mother, and she'll know. Go ahead, Anthony.
There you go. All right.
It's a lifeline. Call your
Anthony,
mother.
he still knows what's going on.
Did you iron your shirt, Anthony? I don't want him to feel, you know, like he's not at home, not in seat 2. Veronica not saying her usual lines for him, so I'll do it. Iron your shirt. I don't do it with the voice.
I love Kathy showing
Veronica
the
does
7.
the voice.
Kathy shows the 7, and Anthony's just like, what the hell? But even then, he's probably figured that she had to turn 7-8 into a bluff.
I mean, every card on the board's an over. She only had to connect with one. This is not Anthony's first rodeo. He's ridden a horse before.
She's my financial advisor.
Sean McCormack off to get some PLO practice in. I love it.
Do it, buddy. That PLO game that we have on the 8th, it's got 2 seats left in it. It's the first time I've had a game almost fill up this far in advance. So a lot of people out there playing PLO, if you're thinking about playing, you better get a hold of me and lock up your seat right now. And it's a great lineup. Great lineup. I'll show you.
I'm ready
There
to
you
get
go.
medieval.
Table full of Frank.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you think? They gonna like it?
Of course.
Yeah. And
This will be a good game.
and this one.
And that one.
It's an all-star lineup. It's gonna be pretty sick.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, very good.
So there's a whole lot of queens on the board. D's got a pair of 7s.
That's a full house for D. She's lead right now, 83%, only at risk to a 10 or an ace hitting the river. Mike's coming along anyways. Now Mike seems to be a big fan of calling on double pair, 3 of kind on the board is ace high. Last time he was right about being good, but this time it's not the case.
Against that sizing, Mike. Mike says you're not going to bluff me tonight.
Okay, so the chat room wants to know who's in this game, and it's not a secret, guys. So it's an 8-handed PLO game we're going to be running here on August the 8th. And so far, I have the notorious and infamous Spencer, who you saw on our employee game, just crushing the table. We have the one.
Some people say dump trucking, other people say crushing. I mean, he ran over the game. It was beautiful.
We have Zach M, who comes from the Bay Area, sometimes to play our stream. You've seen him on a lot of games. He'll be playing Bart Hansen. That's right, the one and only Bart Hansen will be here in that game, and probably stop by in the commentary booth, I'm assuming. Sean McCormack from the Aria, who's here in the chat room tonight, and the infamous Valerie Cross. So you guys all better protect your chips from her, because she is shark among sharks.
She is.
She's quite a PLO crusher.
She's the best.
Yeah, and she'll actually be back next week, next Monday, to do commentary for the last Sunday Climactic.
You can run off your own action. Like Sean McCormack in the chat, like Bart.
Oh, he won't play with Bart?
He didn't know that you put him in a game against with Bart.
I mean Marty Hansen.
Yeah.
Someone else, his brother. Sorry, Sean. Yeah, we do have Bart Hansen coming that day as well.
It's alright, it's not a high-low game, you're fine.
Yeah, it's just high only.
Yeah.
We were talking about at some point running a PLO 8 game. I think that would be a lot of fun.
PLO is the best. If you do, I'm in.
So I gotta find a commentator.
Get V Cross. She doesn't play high-low. She's a high-only gal.
Really?
Yeah. By preference. No, she can't play high-low. She's horrible.
She's just horrible.
Top for Veronica.
Say what you meant to say.
So I'm saying, no, I mean,
She's horrible.
No. I mean, like,
Veronica flops great here. The turn is no help to Frank catching up. He needs a 10 and a 10 only. There's 4 of them remaining. She's just going to scoop it up right here. No need to see a river.
Watt Bry wants to see 20-40 stud 8.
Oh, Watt Bry.
I think we would need a whole other table setup that with some different readers and software and other stuff to start streaming stud, and then we'd have to get a whole lot older target audience to start streaming stud. I mean, I'm in, but I mean,
I don't think.
but I got problems. So
I don't think the target audience for stud watches web streams.
that's what I'm. Yeah, whole other,
I don't know, man. It's kind of busy around.
give away some ginkgo biloba in the chat and
Just some vitamin, I don't even know.
Great pudding.
What, ginkgo?
I love it. It's a vitamin that old people take for like, memory loss.
We could give away a hover round. Free hover round.
I won 18. I was give me a third one time.
Is this okay? Are we allowed to make old people jokes? I'm old. I'm old, so I can make old people jokes. I'm pretty old. I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't agree that fast.
I don't even play it.
How many more players?
Daniela, ace king suited in the hijack. Makes 40 to go.
Oh my god.
Harlan had the $10 straddle on here.
Currently, I'm going to Scotland in 2 weeks.
Frank, queen 5. This is kick rocks.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're in the chat room asking how to get into the game, I'm going to type the information in right here. The best way is to send me a text. You can also email me too. I just put it in there, it says join, and it has my contacts. If you want to play in any Stones live stream, just get a hold of me there, and I will be happy to give you a calendar for the upcoming month and current availability. Daniela flops good here. Aces and jacks, 2 pair with a king kicker. No one else with much of anything.
Check back, check back, check back.
I love these videos.
It should be an easy pot for Daniela to scoop up. Quick and easy $163 in this pot.
So I think checking back is definitely an option. You're only getting value from aces, jack, any jack that you crush. Small pairs aren't coming along. Not on this board. And I definitely think checking back is an option to consider if you're Daniela. That said, I mean, if she's going to be c-betting all her, bluffs there too, then in the interest of staying balanced, then you can be betting some of your value hands as well.
One of their 11 p.m. at the Rio. The one that goes to 6 in the morning. Yeah.
6,000.
Sean McCormick, who's older, Justin or Sean?
I don't know. I only know Sean through the internet.
I think you guys are reasonably close. I mean,
I'm gonna be 39 in a month.
Sean's probably got you by. I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure you guys are within 5 years.
Oh, it's nice to have someone older than me.
I think Sean might have you by a year or two, maybe. Okay. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sean was like, oh, I'm 35, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, I could see that as well. I'm not like, you guys are within 5 years of each other either way, and that's kind of a wide range. I mean, it's a 10-year range.
Yeah, we're somewhere within 20 years of each other's.
Yeah. Might have never met Sean. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I don't know. Oh man,
I know Sean by
Sean.
reputation, and also I'm a huge fan of the way the Arias run them. So when I originally reached out to him, it was more out of admiration because he runs one of my favorite rooms as far as like how it runs procedurally. How it runs procedurally, I've actually modeled some of our
37.
some of our tournaments.
I'm not surprised at all. Like, if you said he was 35, I wouldn't be surprised at all either.
So I am older.
You are older.
Thanks a lot.
I don't know.
Like
I've never met him. I'm
like it's his fault the day.
I'm basing this off like a tiny little picture of him on Twitter. That I don't really like click and like zoom in and enhance and like I don't have like a picture like one up on my wall. It's just like,
well, and you fail to mention the part about how I look easily 10 years younger than I am.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I look fantastic. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look at this glowing, youthful skin, deep, sexy voice. Jake agrees.
Someone's fishing. So the straddle is still on here. There's Batman here with straddle. Or L888 I should say.
And I sure hope that we don't have any chaos in the city tonight because Batman is off work for the evening playing poker. If you see him zip out real quick though, you'll know what's going on.
Kathy makes it 30 to go, ace 5 off, under the gun +2. Harlan comes along in the small blind with 6-5. Ace jack. Check, check. 3 spades on the board now.
No, Danny waiting for it.
And neither player happy about the prospect of hitting a spade here.
I would have slashed Anthony's tires before.
Kathy's going to go ahead and take it down.
Anthony would show up.
Mike Postle threatening to slash Anthony's tires. Now, I didn't see the matchup between them, but it must have been bad.
No, they just do swinging for fun.
Oh, for fun?
Yeah.
I've never
You raise my
considered,
blind, I slash your tire.
never considered that.
Oh, I know, it's boring.
Someone did stick a dead squirrel in my car once, though.
Oh, yeah. She must have really loved you.
No, it wasn't the girl. It was the guy that liked the girl that I was dating.
The guy that liked the girl.
It's high school. You know how it goes. So she's a cheerleader. I was a band nerd, and you're not supposed to date cheerleaders. And I dated out of my league, I guess. And the football player, the jock guy, he got pissed off. He broke into my car. I think there was roadkill, and he threw a squirrel in my car. But guess what? I still got the girl. Dead squirrel or not. That's a great story. One you can tell your kids.
Why is Frank
this
$3
guy.
right now?
Isn't it?
This guy.
Mustache 707. Welcome to the chat.
Why are you $4?
Kathy makes it 15 to go, 10-8 of
Not
hearts.
to me.
It's 415 636.
Frank is in no mood to
For
fold.
the Century Club and another.
I don't blame them. Look at this. Look at the hands people are playing here.
Just text me check. If you're a lawyer, I'm in jail a lot.
Financial advisor,
I know lawyers too. Thank you.
Tonight right here.
Harlan makes it 50 to go off the button with King Jack.
I like that raise.
that's the best.
It's a fun raise. King Jack of Hearts, my favorite hand. Did you know that?
I did not.
Now you know. And knowing's half the battle.
Frank only tried to put in $3 in
Some
the
people
pot.
have feelings, others have facts.
Others have favorite hands.
$50 hand.
I like it because it's my initials.
Never mind.
Okay, I get it.
$3 bet over there.
Mike calls 49 more out of the small line with fives. $50 set mining, no big deal.
You know the sad one, he's probably going to win.
Ace 9-6. Everyone misses here, and Postle still has the only pair. But there are 3 overs to his fives.
Good time just to make a big bet, Postle, and get everyone out of there.
It checks through, and that's another bad card.
Kathy hits the 10.
Harlan
And,
picks up an inside straight draw.
Now has the biggest percentage to win. Frank at 0%. Frank cannot win this hand. Time to go, Frank. And
Kathy bets 40.
yeah, as she should. Harlan can call for 40 here, but
There's a lot of money in the pot.
with really the only card he's going to be happy to see is a queen, even if he hits his king or his jack. That ace is a big scare card on the board for Harlan.
Mac and Cheese 2, yes, this is a 1-3 game
Believe it or not, 1-3, buddy.
with $1,500 stacks on the table.
Yeah. We
We play big kid poker.
We do everything bigger and better than everybody else here at Stone. So when you see this 1-3 game, this is actually not atypical. This isn't just because it's a stream game. This is what our 1-3 games look like all the time.
Yeah, no, it's very typical for us to see how games like this here at Stones in the 1-3.
Look at Mustak. We'll get the word out to him right away, Mustak. We'll let Harlan know. Using the sling wrong. How dare he?
I didn't know.
Oregon. Oh, I thought you were giving me a high five.
So
Harlan raised.
this is a great raise here.
It really is. This puts a lot of pressure on Kathy.
When Harlan 3-bets pre, checks back, and then raises a later street, he's generally going to be very, very strong here.
I think she's posturing to fold. I think Harlan's bet won.
And it works.
Congratulations, Harlan. Great bet with air. Really? Kind of a semi-bluff.
Harlan's the best.
Yeah.
This is why he's a legend.
Well, that's why I said when I was saying who I would pick for the most well-rounded player at the table, if you take away the pro in seat 6, I think Harlan is, he's one of the heavy contenders here. I mean, he has every component of the game, it's there. And not to mention the experience. I mean, how long has he been crushing
And
it?
who else can like hurt their arm fighting, off chicks?
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, you just gotta fend them
It
off.
happens to me all the time. I break my arm like once a year fighting off chicks.
Yeah. He's Harlan. He's the best.
Could you at least try to sound like you partially believe me?
I do it.
Veronica friends. You're
conversations around the table.
I am trying to.
I mean, people are putting dead animals in their car or in
my car.
I mean, you're obviously it's working, you know, to some degree.
That was a long time ago.
Because I was going to call.
It's just a skeleton now. A little skeleton squirrel.
Still got it.
Lover squirrel right here.
the shit out of me, right?
Lover
You have me beat,
squirrel.
I'm sure, but I'm like, I'm gonna make.
Gay Corpse, Mike P, very much so.
Oh, look, Mike.
And the stories that man can tell.
That was.
I know you're not like.
Yeah, do you know anyone else who's had a magazine cover?
Your angling's not working right now.
I mean, I do.
Rolling?
Your angle's not working. It's not working.
Big hold'em flop. Ace, king, 10 with 2 spades on deck. No one holding 2 spades, but we do have Veronica connecting with that king.
What'd you call it?
Mike Possum, ladies and gentlemen.
I like the slight delay with the sound, so we see Frank hit the table and then you hit it a couple seconds later. Mike is preoccupied with the beautiful young lady behind him and does not know the action's on him. All right, we're back. What are you doing? And
Checks through.
now we have 4 cards to a jack making a straight and no one with the jack.
First person to lie at this pot.
Veronica's still in the lead and not knowing or happy about it.
And here we go. I love it. Mike's gonna pick this thing up right now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can call.
Veronica's wasted, by the way. If
I see the look.
that look on her face, Veronica is super trashed. Like,
Unopened bubble.
Let me see what I got.
I'm playing King 5, pre-trashed.
Why did I fold?
There it is.
He shows it.
A great bet by Mike. Scoops it up. And you hear Veronica saying, "Why did I fold?" Well, because you're smashed.
I might need you to hold down the fort for a while. I might need to get in this game.
There's no
God.
seats right now. There's a line out the door for this game.
I'll just lay like a trail of like wine bottles. Like I'll lure someone out of their seat.
I will if I get another card.
The stack is fixated on Harlan's shoulder.
He's really
He's
real
very
about
concerned
it.
about it. No, and I understand. It's you want to have that concern because if he's really damaging
He's not even
he needs
hurt.
to come
It's
down
like-
here and
it's-
tell him.
That's the way Harlan
needs
like
to
starts
come
the
down.
conversation. He's like runs with some like girl at the bar. He's like, "Oh, sorry, you know, I have my shoulders."
I was bench pressing 1,000 pounds and
I'm already kicking ass. Saving a small puppy from a tree or something. Like, I don't know.
a puppy from a tree.
Yeah, you don't have to make sense when you're Harlan. You can just
Okay.
like,
All right.
yeah. Hi, I'm Harlan. I was a quarterback. I mean, that's his pickup line. I crush.
Like how Al Bundy did it. He's like scored 4 touchdowns in a single game in high school. You don't know who Al Bundy
No, I know
is?
that, but I know Al Bundy, but I don't like. I don't know.
It's like one of the greatest shows ever created.
I just
Love and marriage. Sing it. Love and.
not gonna happen.
He's not a singer. That's okay.
I remember hitting a tree in the
I'll do all the singing. It's cool.
I hit the tree. I was my car.
I love the chat room, guys. You guys are very entertaining. Brett M. Call, is Mike P stacking his chips like a tournament player to throw everyone off?
You got a cold 4-bet from Kathy. Harlan makes it 20 to go. Mike picks up jacks and makes it 70 to go. And out of the big blind, Kathy puts in a cold 4-bet to 220.
What's that mean, cold 4-bet?
It means when you don't, when you like a cold bet or it's cold when you don't have chips already in the pot. Right? You never choose the blind, but it's not like, you know, if it's like raise and goes back to the original razor, then you put in a 4-bet.
Well, Mike has to at least call, right? Could he re-pop here with jacks?
No,
Not
that's
against
suicide.
Kathy, right?
Not against anyone. That's just nuts. I mean, 5-betting jacks, unless you think you can get someone to fold kings or queens, 5-betting jacks is just nuts.
Wow.
I'm the only person I know that's been on magazine
I'm very lovable.
for 6 months. Magazine
Mike can fold here.
You don't subscribe.
He's not going to.
Mike has position.
Yeah, I've been in better
The question for him is,
Golfers Incorporated.
worst hands is Kathy cold 4-betting out of the blinds with? A lot of players are content just to flat 3-bets with
Mike
10s,
also
9s.
Kathy predominantly plays tournaments, and this is a
Very
tournament play. Ace King raise. But you know, Mike's also savvy enough player to level himself here into thinking she might have kings or queens.
Well, the question is if she has kings or queens, and like let's go back, and if he thinks that she's capable of folding kings or queens, he could turn his jacks into a bluff and 5-bet, which would be sick.
But she's not going to fold.
If he
I'm
thinks
just
that,
telling you right now.
oh, you know, if he 5-bets right now, she folds.
Disagree.
I don't think Mike's 5-betting. Mike's.
He's looking at us right now. Lay down.
I think Mike's gonna fold.
As are my parents.
Disagree.
You're welcome.
Bet you a shot.
He's
Bet
taking.
you a shot. Mike calls.
Okay.
Booked.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, both of our parents are Bob's, right? I was like, no, why?
Grabbing for chips.
Looks like I'm buying shots. He's taking so long.
Oh, he is taking a while. But you know what?
Generally, at this point, you're either gonna jam it or
Consume that precious camera time.
he's this long.
He has been drinking too. You forgot to take
Flatting
that
is just
into
like.
account.
But you're getting, wait, it's $150.
It's only 150 more. How do you lay down? If you lay down your hand here, you did not come to play poker.
Okay, well, see, now they're negotiating. They're negotiating, checking it down.
I'm fine taking his money now, or I'm fine taking
Shots are on Jake.
Negotiated, checking the hands
Shots are on Jake.
Oh my god.
Are they going to run it twice?
No, the money's not in. I think they're just going to check the hand down now.
They should run it twice. Yeah, so after the stream, I'll be at the bar with Jake buying me a shot. So if you're looking for me, that's where it is. And a beautiful flop. So they are checking down. Check. Oh, they're not checking down.
They're checking down.
Are you sure? Why'd he take so long to check?
No, you didn't need a
I
glove.
said they're checking down. That's why Mike called. That's why Mike called.
That's what earned me my shot?
Yep. And then negotiated the check down.
He hates being wrong. Look at him. He can't handle
Is it
it.
negotiating? Like, if I think without negotiating the check down, we might.
Here it comes. The story. Tell us why you lost. How bad was that beat? Was that a bad beat?
That's a bad beat.
That's what a bad beat is.
That's
right
a bad
there.
beat.
And I'm getting Louis. Man, easy drinks to win here.
Jeez.
You want to make prop bets? He's the guy to prop bet with. Poker,
I
just
guess.
run away. Don't play poker with him, he'll beat you, but prop bets all day long.
God. Stupid negotiated check down. God.
Stupid.
Fish.
I was definitely calling, but I kind of want to do, just in case.
Not back off.
Ghost of M says, how do you negotiate a check down there? All he's gonna do is like, if I call you, want to check it down, and then if she says
That's how-
yes, yeah, it's easy.
Well, that seemed pretty easy.
Yeah, if she says yes, then you, I mean, both players are honorable. No one's gonna agree to that and then bet, and no one with any honor.
Whabri's in the chat room, he said with any honor. Jesus.
If you agree to it,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. No one would. And you don't got Kathy and Mike don't got to worry about it. They don't got to worry about the other one, screwing each other over. Like if they agree to a check down, they're gonna check down.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody would make that arrangement and still bet?
No one would.
No.
No one reasonable.
Wabri says this is a game for fun tonight. It's not serious. I beg to differ. No one's giving the chips back after this game. When they win the pots, it's not just for fun. They're keeping that money. This is a real game. Real chips. This is real life, Jake. This game is real life.
Oh, Ghost wasn't asking. He wasn't asking how do you do it. He was asking like, oh my god, how do you do that?
Oh, I knew what he was asking.
I didn't.
I thought you were just being a jerk.
No, I thought it was.
Oh, you were? Oh, okay.
Wow, no.
He's like, well, this is how you do it.
Is it
you
live?
agree with somebody.
It was one of those things. I'm the fish. I'm the fish in the chat.
Even though you dominate.
So yeah, if you're the guy with jacks, you should never agree to that. She's only agrees if she's behind.
All right, Kathy, thinking about getting frisky with 8-6 offsuit, it looks like.
I would have liked to win that race.
Who made
T-Live.
it 10? Harlan? Oh, now it's bumped up.
Kathy's feeling it. She makes it 40 to go with 8-6.
Oh, wow, Kathy. And Harlan's going to probably see this with ace queen. It's worth a look. It's
He makes
suited.
it 160 to go.
Oh, he re-raises.
Yes.
Harlan in beast mode.
Harlan. And Kathy in full on, I just lost $200 with ace king.
I was playing with Harlan a long time ago before anyone even knew who I was.
It looks like she's stacking up chips. I personally would be letting it go.
She's got position, but
She's also got 8-6 offsuit.
they're the part of her problem.
And I think also the length of time that she's taking to make this decision is a signal to Harlan too that she was not as strong as originally thought when leading out the bet here. So she kind of gives a tell away by taking too long here to call. And at this point, in my opinion, it's better for her she just folds. I'm a wizard. You see that? See how good I am? You would buy me another shot now.
So Sean McCormick has a question. Tournament at Aria. Someone asked, is the rebuy period still open? The dealer says yes. And the player shoves. They have aces. Is that bad etiquette? It's an angle. I'm against angling.
That's why you just don't listen to anyone at the table. All the words that come out of their mouth is just noise. You can't take any of it seriously. You want to be paying more attention to body language and things like that. 'Cause you've got to know that people are going to be trying to say things to throw you off at the poker table. I see Jake do it all the time.
I do what?
You're so serious. You're always so serious.
I'm the worst.
I was sad my last trip to Vegas, I didn't make it over to Aria. It is hands down my favorite room to play in Vegas. I was at Rio most of the time, and the action was pretty sick there, so it was like kind of pointless to leave, you know. They were getting their daily deep stack, the 235 buy-in, and people were saying the fields were small. It was like 700 to 800 players in that.
God, that's amazing. No, the Aria is a beautiful room. Everyone who's in the know says that's the place to go.
Mike Postle told you? Yeah.
Kathy makes it 30 to go, 6-5 of hearts. Let's go back to really, we talked about how this game will play like a 2-5 or even 5-10. We're looking at $30 opens pre. Those are like standard size opens in a 5-10 game. Or definitely in a 2-5 game. This is 1-3. Jack 8-6, 2 diamonds. Frank, monster flop. Top pair, diamonds, backdoor straight flush draw.
Or if they gave, because I didn't bitch at 2+2 like everybody else, like I should have.
Kathy calls with a pair of 6s. And D with a pair of 8s comes along as well. Mind you, Frank, this is what we talked about, like, in really early hands, someone was mentioning, you know, Frank, you know, like, oh my god, it's a Frank call, you call it because it's Frank. Aggressive players, loose players, drunk players can have hands too.
What? Are you sure?
It is allowed. A check and raise is allowed. Yeah. Frank jams it for 304. I'm actually surprised he didn't get action there.
And he probably would have loved to have some. I mean, top pair with the flush draw, you gotta be feeling pretty good about that.
Dark net is in like dark.
So like after
Right.
Brenton Cowell makes a comment like 1-3 people. They're talking about hand histories and 2+2, not good. That's Sacramento poker. It's you're gonna find grinders and people that have you know take this game very very seriously and play this game for a living at every stakes. Get used to it. Eldar in the chat. Disjunctive, I can't ever say that right. Ask why that's not good. Ask Brendan Cole why that's not good. It usually means that you got a couple grinders, you got a couple solid players in the game. Eldar, you have so far missed an hour and a half of the greatest 1-3 game of all time.
It has been pretty good.
Yeah. LHEE makes it 30 to go.
Well, that guy's a pretty good.
The game's deep stacked. Players are well lubricated.
We've been doing it all day long.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
And chips are flying.
That's right.
Queen 8-8. LHEE, aka Batman.
I thought it was almost binding. I thought I was going to miss it.
He puts in a $75 C-bet.
Yeah, I'm Daniela chugging. No cards, might as well drink.
Barrels.
Barreling drinks instead of chips.
The DNC convention is actually ranking higher than poker and the game directory on Twitch right now. Way cool.
Not opposed to it being classified as a game. A real life Game of Thrones, huh?
These days, very much so.
Is she Cersei?
What?
Is Hillary Cersei?
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
I actually
from
kind
what I
of
understand, I'm missing out.
I kind of envy you because once you finally do, you just watch it straight through.
Same hand.
Oh,
And Veronica check calls 135, or she leads 135.
it looks like
she leads River.
Yeah, she leads it.
She leads River.
Gonna be hard for Batman to lay down here, but he can't be happy about it. It's gonna be a crying call. Veronica's bet might.
Hi-ya!
Veronica!
The Billionaire.
You did it. You must have listened to Jake on that one. All right, I have something fun for our viewers at home. If you go to the chat room, I'm putting a link in there. Bart Hansen has returned from the WSOP, and he is creating new hands of the week. We had a really fun 8-16 Omaha 8 game a few weeks back, and I just put a link directly to our YouTube channel with that hand. Check it out. It's about a minute and a half. Great hand analysis by Bart Hansen. And I believe it may have been one of the first times for anyone streaming an 8-16 high-low game, an Omaha high-low game.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of anyone else doing
rare.
that.
No, yeah.
Of course, follow us on our YouTube channel. We archive all of our content there, and it's absolutely free. You can subscribe for free, and you'll see everything that we've ever done posted up there, which is pretty awesome. Check out that link I just put in the chat room. It's a pretty awesome hand of the week. And now that Bart's returned, we should be getting a new one every week. Thus, the hand of the week. Yeah. Or we got a lot of clubs in play on this hand. Jack 9, King 3 of clubs, and then Harlan with a queen and a 4, 1 club in his hand, and no clubs on the flop. All hearts. Harlan with the queen of hearts, and also hits that 4. No one else catching much of anything. Easy win for Harlan with a small bet. $20 in, pulls 46 out.
Easy game. Brendan Callas, is poker a big talking point for the election this year? I haven't heard a whole lot, and I honestly haven't heard much. And I don't know where any of the candidates really stand when it comes to poker. I wish I knew.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't want that to let that influence my decision on how much I hate them both. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
I'd hate to actually like one of them. Is what it is.
I would like for you to be I'm serious. Given my current options, I vote for Jake. Jake for president.
I don't do any of it.
The chat room will let us know right now. I think you'd be a good president. Hey, you want online poker legal? Jake for president.
Of course, then I'm going to take away the limp button, like an online poker. Open limping is just.
I've never seen anybody limp online.
Yeah, that's what I
Game on. Veronica on the button with jacks. Frank opened up, made it 15 to go, and she's gonna flat.
Wow. I'm kind of shocked.
Frank's
at that.
not folding anything. I think she should be raising there.
New to poking. Ask why Jake doesn't play and always commentates on the Veronica.
Who's gonna talk
game.
poker?
Harlan called Veronica and Friends. Do the math.
Harlan flops top 2 and leads
Harlan
right
running
into
like God on.
Don't raise for God damn it, Veronica. Have you learned nothing, woman? she's
How'd she get all those chips?
She's blitzed. That's that face right there. Oh my God.
I like when you get a
So the graphic shows that Frank made it 150 to go. That's not true. Frank folded. Veronica, Harlan leads.
like you can't see it.
Mike calls, and Veronica makes it 150 to go with jacks.
12K.
Harlan sizing up the chip stacks to see what he does next. I'm feeling a raise coming from Harlan. He probably doesn't want to see too many more cards. Am I wrong? He's only calling.
He's only got to worry about
Wow.
pocket threes.
Now what about Mike? What's Mike do here?
Mike gets priced in.
I'll see your 10 and raise you $3.
I like the announcement, like old school poker games from a 50s movie. I'll see your 10 and raise you 50.
Harlan fills up on the turn.
Oh, it's all over, Veronica.
Check, check.
Yeah, he's setting her up.
Veronica should be folding everything here.
I think Harlan comes out with a $200 bet here.
If she figures that Harlan was donking out with top pair, the turn got her. How much did he bet?
Nothing. I think they check.
I got better than that.
I've got better than that, he says. Oh,
The
so
table at the
dirty.
table. Ugly Black Prince 88.
So dirty. Gankle, welcome to the chat room. Nice to have you here. I know Ghost of M, Jack on the River would have been crazy. We would have got blood. But we don't want Veronica killing the game every time. No one's ever going to play with her. No, they'll play with her.
They'll still play.
Yeah.
These are the greatest games that we have on the stream. Everyone will play.
It's the greatest poker game in the world.
Hey,
Brett M. Call says Veronica's very quiet. You just need to turn the volume up.
it's because she's slurring her speech.
I'm on with it.
Well, you're welcome. I won the minimum, you lost the
Veronica got cracked. 863. 863 says he had a down the chair turn the nut.
Daniela under the gun.
She kept that, right?
No, she showed up. She, to her credit, she lost the absolute fair ass.
Do you understand what she opened up to? It looked like 20, or no, I'm sorry, 18. She makes 18 to go. D, she calls the pocket eights. And Veronica, pocket fours. She'll come along as well. Harlan, you know he's going to be in there.
Unless I flop the nuts and fold.
And Mike's got 2 pair draws, so he's never folding. King 4, 6, and Veronica and friends.
Frank with spades.
Daniela top pair, top kicker. Veronica bottom set. Frank, whole lot of spades.
Yeah, very.
Daniela bets 50. D is going to call with 8s and 3 players behind her. Frank calls. With all these colors, Veronica can raise here and raise quite large. And expect to get value from one of these hands. There's 261 in the pot. Wow, that's a lot of raise.
Well, Veronica flopped the set. Look at him. It's Mike looking up at the camera here. Veronica hit a set, but it's bottom set, and there's a lot of danger out there. So any of these...
And Mike's open-ended.
Yeah, any of these draws, straight draws, there's a flush draw out there.
Mike
you want to make them pay. You want to make them pay.
All this action, and Mike's gonna get pushed off his draw. Look at him. He's so sick. He got the flop he wanted.
Wow. Be right
for it. Veronica makes it 300 to go. Mike, who is not folded yet, finally gets out of the way. Daniela.
Oh, wait.
Now, Daniela's got to realize here that Veronica knows, even as inebriated as Veronica may be, Veronica still knows that Daniela is a fairly, one of the tighter players at the table, if there are any tight players left. And she raised under the gun and C-bet into 5 players here. She's never going to be weak here, so for Veronica to raise Daniela's lead, she's got to, going to be very, very strong here, which she is. And Daniela realizes that and gets away from Ace King. D's got a real easy fold. Now here we go with Frank. Frank's gonna jam. Get it in. Snap.
I don't have to pay $5 for a rabbit. When I said I'm gonna pump the nut,
Here we go. And this is why we call it the greatest 1-3 game of all time.
I'm all in on the turn.
That was like,
You just got a pair. No, he just paired up.
Frank says that's a good card for me.
That's what I said. You just paired up.
Nothing. Are they running it once or twice? Mike said, and Mike tells her when he hit 570, he can feel it coming. Frank jammed.
Oh, shocker. Wow. Oh, this is still the same hand.
Yeah, same hand.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought Veronica was already all in.
It was. I think they're all discussing whether or not to run it once or twice.
Oh, okay. Have they? Do they know what each other has yet?
oh,
Yeah, they're just cutting out the chips. They were all in on the flop.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
And they're not running it twice, or they
No.
are?
1.2K pot, and Veronica is cleaning up again.
Veronica and prisoners.
Wow.
Running it twice would might have been a little better for Frank there. He should have negotiated it. Look at Frank with the big smile because he knows he's going to get it back, right?
probably the fucking 8-7 off or something. No, yeah, he had a trick. Oh, yeah.
And this is why you want to come to SAC and you want to make friends with Veronica. So you can get into this game.
And give her your chips.
Chips on 11, please.
Barrels.
5-15. You got stuff for
All right, we got to change you to the guards at the table. New dealer coming in. And we get some new action going here.
going up. Going up.
I feel very white under these lights, like glowing. Like I'm looking at my face in the camera. It's like an angel.
Yeah, you're clearer than
I mean, like, look at you. Like, you're dark.
I'm browner than you.
Very dark.
And you're clearer than me.
Clearer?
Clear.
I can see you.
Yeah.
You see my glands? At least they're not hot. At least it's not hot in this movie. I'd imagine if it was hot, it would be horrible. And we have not been flashed today. We usually get flashed by now. Yeah, what's up with that? I'm okay with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's not
So
all
you're
good.
not always getting flashed by a supermodel. Sometimes it's by old man.
That happens. Anthony makes it 45 to go. Anthony's been pretty quiet tonight. Like we talked about that before the stream. That it's
This
gonna be
is so great. In the chat room, they're saying, Anthony, blink 3 times if you're being held against your will. That's so great. Oh, Frank flops second nut.
Frank just reloaded.
Comes right on out with the nut flush. The only thing beating him right now is a straight flush, and no one. Well, Harlan connects 2 pair on this board. No one else with much of anything to work with.
Since when does Veronica have so many chips in front of her? Ever.
Frank just stacked off, just reloaded deep, reloaded for 2K. 1-3 and you can buy it for 2K. How happy or how lucky are you here?
Did Batman? Oh no, he didn't bet. Harlan bet 80 with this 2 pair. And Frank is going to put in a little raise here. Probably, my guess would be about to 2.
No, he's just calling.
Oh, Frank, sneaky, sneaky. Look at Veronica stacking chips.
Bad card for
That
Frank.
is so sick. Harlan's going to check it. Check, and oh,
Mel,
there we go.
Mel.
Another bad card for Frank.
Yeah. Well, Harlan is counterfeited on his 2 pair. He has nothing to work with. If Frank had any opportunity to get any more money out of this pot, it would be betting on the turn, and even then he couldn't have gotten much. Rick and Barstow makes a great point in the chat room. He says, we haven't been flat because he's not here.
You don't want to die. You call for 9 ball, go yell.
We just got word from Drunk Veronica that Frank's officially on live tilt, she said. What's that mean, live tilt?
Live tilt. But I don't know. I don't know if she meant to say live or live. She might have been slurring.
Live tilt.
I'm calling your car.
Yeah, you're done.
You love her.
I do.
Yeah. Not everyone can be perfect.
No. She got a lot of problems, but I mean, she didn't. She'd be very less interesting.
I was talking about you.
Oh.
What's Harlan doing down there? Oh, me and my dirty mind. All right, action's fooling around. Daniela's out of there. Kathy's out of there. Back around to D. And
Frank min re-raised.
oh,
So D made it 15. Frank made it 30. D of course calls.
D with jacks, and that's a pretty good hand flop for D. But we don't know what Frank has either. Pocket 9s or 7s. 9-7. She could be in trouble.
D
here.
should call. She's raising.
I want to see how much respect I have.
I'm up $200.
She's raising?
Yeah, she check raised the jacks here. Frank shows her one and folds, and this is where I think she should be flatting this because, like I said, I mean Frank's never going to fold queens plus, and if he's on a bluff, which Frank likes to party, I think you run off all his bluffs and you keep Frank in the hand is more profitable there. As it is, she wins the pot. Nothing wrong with that.
I like winning pots.
Yeah, but
Frank's sitting on 2.2K. Oh, well, he bought in. He just rebought.
Hey, you reloaded.
It's kind of a small pot, 200 with
He won
ace.
$200 pot. Yeah, he had reloaded for 2K and then had $1 $200 pot with the flopping the nuts.
So he's off to a decent start.
Well, or you got lucky.
He'll get it back.
9 not that many.
He's gonna donk his chips to someone. I'm sure he's happy he donked them to Veronica.
Oh, I thought you thought I was.
Your way.
I thought you were going to say completely different right there. No, yours.
You're
No, I
right.
thought you were going to say you thought. Mine? I already know that you're everybody else.
qualified for the slow roll.
Nobody here deserves it. I want somebody to do it to me, then I can have
Wait, Mike talking to trains 11.
Just to remind them they
Alert,
started.
alert.
Yeah, exactly.
Alert.
Kathy raised the alert. Let's call Mike off aloud. Pretty sure I owe.
Oh, I owe decent lifestyle.
We just got word in that the winner, the chip leader at the end, will be given a free kitten. I hope they know.
I'm going to punish Mike
Hopefully you guys like cute little kitty cats. All right, 9-8 deuce on the flop. Batman flops open-ended. That's pretty nice for him. No one really connecting too well with this board. Kathy hits the deuce. Mike P with his 6s still in the lead. Daniela, not much to work with except the button. See you later, Daniela. No positive vibes on this hand.
Yeah. Right now.
5 on the turn actually helps Mike a little bit. He picks up an inside straight draw.
Yep.
And right now on this board, that is 2 nut blockers.
I hate it when
Checks to NLHE. He bets 80.
80 it is. Kathy cannot call here. Maybe she could. Inside straight draw and a pair. It's just going pretty thin though. I don't know if it's worth 80 into a almost $300 pot. She's out of there as predicted. D with ace 10, also not a ton to work with here. A bad turn for her. This really comes down between Batman with the open-ended straight draw and Mike seeing if he can hold on to his pair.
Good call by Mike.
And here it is. The river is an ace. Not the card either one wants to see. It does find the check mark though.
I'm surprised that NLHE checked back after taking the betting lead there on the turn.
I bet there could have taken it down. Actually, I think it's likely it would have. If he stuck half the pot in there, $175 bet on the river, I think Batman wins.
Yes.
Oh my God. They're being very loud over there. Actually, they've gotten a couple warnings from the floor about being too loud. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're out of control.
What kind of Nazis running the floor right now?
No, it's not about the floor, man. The other players around the game are trying to play their games too, and
you want that game. If you're in a poker room and you hear that kind of noise going on, there's good things happening. There's money. There's money flowing.
There's money and booze, but they're not on that game. They're in their own game.
They'll never get in that game. They'll never get in that game if they complain about the game. What fish out there is complaining about? Someone's stuck and they're just looking for something to complain about.
Well, yeah.
That's what happens.
That's
someone
probably
on the tables is stuck.
Sure.
They're complaining.
You want me to play my?
I retract my comment about the Nazi floor person. That's not fair. That wasn't right.
Yeah, no, he's never been involved with Nazis.
Okay.
I know that
I'm glad to
personally.
hear that.
I know that personally. Yeah.
Never mind. I'll leave that.
He watched Schindler's List once. That's as close as he got.
That's good. It's a great film.
It was a great film, actually. Nice segue. Open mouth, insert foot. All right, 3 clubs on the board and no one with clubs. Batman hits that ace on the turn. That takes the percentages away from Frank, who previously had a 4. No one too happy with this board.
On with Brett and Cal. We got 107 plus people, or whatever, however many viewers we have watching this in the chat.
I don't know if it's one player complaining or a whole table complaining, but the fact is, I'm understanding, but this is not a library.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a library.
You come here to read. You come here to party.
You want that game. You want that game, even if you're not. You want that game in the house. Because that means money is changing hands.
No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. I've already won drinks off of your action, so.
You guys are colluding. I see what this is.
That's right. We had it all set up in advance. The third hand, make sure you fold. I'm going to bet Jake.
It was about drinking and
Don't forget, if you're in our Stones Live game, it's a 25-minute delay on the game. We're coming to you live doing commentary. We're seeing the game for the first time, but they're 25 minutes behind, so you can't come over to the booth and tell us what just happened. We haven't seen it yet.
7-6 deuce 2 clubs.
And no one with clubs. Mike P has 1 club and he's running clubs to even worry about a flush. The 7 is best right now, hitting top pair.
And the live stream table just won the rack attack.
Oh, awesome.
So we should be getting that in about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Good spoiler.
Like 8K?
Nightbot in the chat room giving you guys all the information that you've ever desired about the room, upcoming tournaments, games, chips in play, whatever you want. Thank you, Nightbot, for being with us tonight. You're one of our favorites. He's my favorite bot. By far my favorite bot.
I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what the hell Rick and Barstow, I don't know, man. I just don't know what to make of that comment. I love you, brother, but I'm not sure where you're going with that.
I'm not $80.
You're not at $8, but I want to win a pot.
So this is a 1-3 game. I think we have 4 stacks over 2K in 1-3.
Wow. Daniela's going to open her $15 with Ace King. Oh, no, she's calling.
Mike opened up.
Mike opened.
Daniela elects to not put in a 3-bet with Ace King. No one's folding a lot here. I think you should be 3-betting for value.
Who's Moobot? Moobot's from Live at the Bike. They're talking about Moobot. There's another bot out there.
There's another bot for another thing.
Nightbot's the only bot for me. We used to date, me and Nightbot, a long time ago.
Oh, look, they're all running over the table. I think, okay, I get it. Deuce 3, 5, 2 spades. And Mike has an inside straight draw
And the spade
draw. Daniela,
straight draw and ace high.
and Frank's open-ended with backdoor hearts. Ace on the turn, hits Daniela, and makes Frank straight. Bad card for Daniela. $183 in the pot, and Daniela leads.
Oh, brutal.
Frank flats, and Mike comes along as well.
Don't get too frisky, Daniela. Positive vibes.
Daniela might be questioning if someone really had a 4, would they not have raised to get value from spades as well? Mike. Mike leads 325 on busted spades.
What a beast. It's
Wow.
not gonna work this time. Frank with the straight. Daniela here, I think she's gonna get away from it. Even though she's happy about hitting her ace, she's gotta know in this 3-way action, the way people have been betting, there's no way she's good.
And the problem for her, Frank's still behind her.
Yeah. Daniela, please lay your hand down.
Service on 11.
Do it for me.
Oh, she is shooting Mike some looks. Daniela's got this pretty well sniffed out, but like the problem for her, Frank's still behind her. She might be worried, like I said, and some of her logic in this might be that if Frank or someone had a 4, they might have raised to get value from spades in a 3-way pot.
I've been trying to buy.
So she thinks that no one's probably got a 4 here.
No one lets me.
Ace King is going to be good an awfully high percentage of the time.
Come on, Daniela. You can let it go. It's just an ace king. It's not a tournament.
She is shooting Mike a look something fierce.
It's too much to call for your ace. It's way too much. This board is horrible.
I usually lose.
If she calls, can Frank overcall?
I think it's... There we go. Good girl. Nice job. Now Frank has to call, I think.
You're laying that down right now?
Obviously, I feel
Take it down.
You're laying that down right now?
Obviously, I feel
You're laying
Ladies and
that
gentlemen,
down.
Mike Postle.
What?
The The resident pro at the table.
After you showed up? Oh, that is straight. I got a 4 too, and I wish I was in a 5.
Wow, Mike having a great night here. And he was just telling me a couple weeks ago how he's been running bad for a long time. So maybe we're seeing the moment when his luck turns around.
What'd you think? You lay down the same card?
Oh, Lord.
You had like possible beef.
Hold down the fort. I gotta go play poker for a while.
Wow.
My God.
I would at a very minimum get your name up on the list. It's probably like 20 people up there now.
Probably about that time to get the name on the list.
I thought you were going.
Oh, to put my name on the list?
You really want to play, right?
Well, I mean, well, no, it's not secret. I'm not going to leave the show to play it.
Yeah, put your name up. Go ahead. I can hold it down for a couple minutes. It's just you and me again, guys. I'm going to get naked while you're gone, okay? All right, here we go. Everyone ready for this? This show's about to get X-rated. I'll wait for someone to pay me not to do it. All right, we got a new hand brewing here. Harlan picks up pocket queens in the big blind. Great spot to pick it up. Anthony just called with his ace 10. It looks like it's 20 to go now. Harlan, 17 for Harlan to call. He's going to bump it up to 55. Back around to D. She's getting out of there. Anthony with his ace 10. Can he call? I think Veronica's definitely coming along with these pocket eights.
Yeah, give me a straight.
Yeah, I always lay down my straights right there.
Yeah.
Anthony's been pretty quiet tonight, so maybe he's feeling like mixing it up here. Looks like he's grabbing some chips, maybe for a re-raise. He's grabbing quite a bit of green. Anthony, I think, really wants to play a hand. Frank behind him was 6'5", now staring at what looks like a re-raise. 175 to go. Hell of a play by Anthony. Gets Frank out of there. Veronica folds her eights, and now back to Harlan with the queens. I don't know what Harlan should do here. Just call, re-raise again. It looks like just a call, so we're going to go heads up to this flop, ace 10 and pocket queens. Flop is 7-7-5. Great flop, Harlan. Double paired board. I'm sorry, a paired board is unlikely to have hit any random cards that his opponent might be holding. It does go check, check. King on the turn, not exactly what Harlan's hoping to see, but he's going to go all in anyways, and Anthony will fold, and that'll wrap it up. And so James back.
I got you.
Wait.
The action on that they had on what Mike had was probably bigger than the pot.
On what he had.
People were betting, started betting on what, because Mike didn't show his hand in the 8-6.
Oh.
So then the action, people started making bets on what Mike had.
Did you get on the list?
Yes.
Is it a big list?
I just want to put me at the top, Jake.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
How many people underneath you?
More than one.
Hey, Con. Oh, yeah. Whoa, I can see it from here.
Good luck getting in this game, yeah.
Well, they should start a second game.
I should, we'll start a second live stream. It's easy.
We could go set up some cameras. We could just periscope it.
No, you would be betting.
Go split screen.
I just bet him.
I don't know why I'm making a beeping sound, but
Yeah. Like when he periscopes, someone backing up a truck.
Lay down the best.
God.
Straight was good.
All right, a lot of trash hands like we used to see. Anthony got frisky and 3-bet with ace 10 against Harlan's queens, but he couldn't catch anything.
He threw it pre.
Yeah,
Probably
pre,
better
and then
than flatting.
7-7-5 on the flop, check, check, and then Harlan bet the turn when a king came out and took it down.
I mean, I didn't see the hand. I can already feel the way that already went out. I mean, ace 10. I mean, for most players should be a 3-better full type hand, or ends up being a 3-better full hand. Harlan likes to play a lot of like.
Anthony hits a set of sevens. Unfortunately for him, not much else working for anyone.
And he just reloaded. There's more chips on the table. He's Kathy's gonna lead King 5 of hearts.
I think the drinks are kicking in.
I'll give 150 to 100.
Anthony just calls $25. Harlan,
I'll go 150 to 100.
probably getting out of there.
Right. Put up or shut up on my eye.
But 50 of that is his. Yeah. So
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike. Harlan, come on.
Oh, and Kathy has life. Kathy turns a heart draw.
She's only drawing to 6 remaining hearts in the deck. The other one has been folded. Other few have been folded. And she's going to go ahead and bet it again. Why let up on the pressure here? 55 to go. Anthony going to raise it up, 125. Anthony, come here to play around. Anthony came here to make some money. He's been quiet for too long.
When I get there, I'm not sure.
Kathy's getting the right price.
Stop the game when it goes on. We might even know the answer on the flop, which would be beautiful.
Can we get a truthful answer right now? It doesn't matter.
That would be no fun if I told the truth right now.
All right, the river brings the 6. That's no help to Kathy on her flush draw. She was looking for any of the 6 remaining hearts. Anthony is the check mark with a set of 7s.
Anthony, 9 high was good.
Like I said, Mike never has a fucking.
A lot of table talk.
Ooh, we get 75.
That's good. All right, Anthony's going to bet out for value. Looks like about 150. I don't think Kathy can call it. She's going to fold and walk away. Good job, Anthony, scooping his first big pot of the day, and hopefully that gets him a little closer to even. He's a great player. He deserves to be there. I don't know what's going on behind them. Did you see what happened?
They're watching the screen. They can see the game.
Oh, they're watching the screen.
They have. You see the play stream looking. Yeah, they're watching the live stream. So we're watching them watching the delay on 25. So yeah, we're seeing them react to stuff that happened, an hour ago.
No, I know people. Oh, you guys all saw your
Kathy opens the pot. She makes it 15 to go with Queen Jack off. Frank calls.
All night long, it's the one reason I'm trusting.
I can't breathe right now.
My contact out on the floor says there's some sort of prop bet happening on this hand, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yes, you will. Next Veronica and friends, he's here.
Oh, Batman hits a set of 8s on this hand.
And Frank hits his king. And he's going to fire.
That blue drink going?
Harlan with a heart draw comes along as well.
So Stack, I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to ask. Since do we have the live stream going at the table? Yes, this is a live stream game. The game is happening right now. The game you're seeing is on a 25-minute
I think it's asking me at the table, the screen behind the table.
Oh, yeah. We have it on in the room, the delayed version. So the version you're seeing that's 25 minutes old, it's playing on the screens in the room, and that's what they're looking at over in the corner off to the side of the table.
NLHE makes it 90 to go. Kind of small size. I think you can actually raise a little bit larger. Wow, Frank folds. Harlan's going nowhere.
Yeah, with the hearts. Well, Harlan hasn't had a lot of luck hitting draws tonight.
Everybody just take it easy tonight. God dang it.
I feel like I'm really missing out on the joke.
Oh my god.
I love that.
4 on the turn gives Harlan an open-ended straight draw to go along with his flush
Harlan
draw.
has so much life right now.
Even though I really want to get into it.
290 in the pot, and NLHE's going to bet 180, 190.
You having another
Harlan calls.
Oh my god, I'm such a
And he has 10 outs, and he's going to miss them all.
That's not one of them.
Yeah, we did not want to see a black 10 if you wanted Harlan to win. That gives Batman the check mark and Harlan not much that he can call with. This hand is all but over. I don't think you can even bluff him.
Gavin Smith.
Hey, don't forget, if you're new to the stream, head over to the bottom left-hand corner, that little heart icon. Click on that. Avoid the subscribe button. You get nothing extra by subscribing. We are 100% totally free. All of our content is archived on our YouTube channel. It also stays up on Twitch for about 60 days. But if you click that heart, you get an email little notice every time we go live and remind you that we're about to be on the air.
No, that was not a passive check by NLHE. He probably thought there was a good chance that Harlan had hearts and missed and was giving Harlan a chance to bluff at it. That was not a scared check at all by NLHE. He was hoping, where he figured that Harlan's probably not going to have a lot of kings there, he's going to have more draws, and he's not going to call any kind of value bet. But if he checks, he just might get Harlan to get a little bit, frisky.
Frank has 8. No, it's not the hand. The hand is all low.
No, watch this freaking flop.
Jesus. They
They
already watched.
Watch this freaking flop right here. Fucking Harlan gets a freaking free pass on the turn, free pass on the river. Saves his ass. God damn. I got
What a great show. What a great show.
We're waiting for the head so I can distribute the funds.
Where's Robert? I said I've never been on live tilt. I'm there right now. Mike, give me. Did I hit? Oh, God.
All right, Mike hits his ace. It goes check, check. Kathy basically drawn to a queen here. Oh, it looks like a jack or a deuce. Yeah, because there's no jack or deuce. Because she hit the deuce. Okay. Mike's still in great shape, and the river will give him the check mark. Not a lot of action on this hand.
$80.
Whatever's on top here, that's 10.
So mind you, the players that we're seeing here, they haven't seen the hand, the Mike Postle 8-6 spades hand on the live stream yet. So right now, that's what you see being discussed. Is they're
That's how much.
Well, that might be what the prop bet was on money.
That's one of them. There's some other bets as well.
I can wait. Fuck it.
I didn't want you to wait. I wouldn't have accepted anything because it's so worth it.
Don't ever invite me to Veronica and friends again.
There's Veronica Snapchatting everyone.
Can you say that one more time?
This is the worst game ever.
You don't want to invite
Oh,
You can see that on Veronica's Snapchat feed later.
That's the kind of shit I get all night long in this game. Trying to show all the guys Snapchat that.
Oh my god, this is just too much. Snapchat that.
This is 1-3, ladies and gentlemen. This is real.
This is real life.
It just might be. It's real. Harlan makes it 45 to go with 8-6 off.
Harlan?
I got Harlan, this is Kathy.
Jack 8-7 checks through, and the ace on the turn hits
Oh my
NLHE.
God!
He also has an inside straight draw, making straight with a 10.
What's wrong with you? Why are you even in there?
Hey, you have your hair luscious. What about yourself?
You would have definitely called if you had a 4 in your hand, right? Absolutely.
Did you see the look on her face?
Quite possibly the best poker table that's ever been put together.
Hats off to Veronica. She has never put together a bad game, and she has not let us down here.
Is it my turn to straddle? No.
This game's getting a little crazy.
And so you see the players now standing up, looking at the screen behind them where the live stream is being played, and they are now seeing the 8-6 hand of Mr. Mike Postle.
I'll take the water.
Don't open that door.
Don't open the door, D.
You've already opened it. We got it.
Don't open the door.
I'm sorry.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
One more than your 11.
Shut the front door.
This and the employees game is the wildest game.
I could just listen to the table talk. I don't even have to say anything. This is wonderful. It's like I have the night off. This is beautiful. Mind you, I don't get to make, 6K in the game like everyone else does, but take what you can get.
Not everyone's making money.
Yeah, there's,
No.
But you would be. I'm not saying you wouldn't. You totally would. There's no way you could lose.
gee,
Oh my
thanks.
God, how do you make me lose?
You gonna pinch my cheek, tell me how handsome I am too?
might as well call. God damn it, Mike! No! God dang, no! This is awesome.
All right.
Oh, it's perfect.
Frank is out of control. It looked like a turn card was a 7, and if that's the case, Kathy has the nuts straight. There are hearts out there, however, and D is sitting on the 10 of hearts, still could potentially take this. Oh, God.
I love it.
All right, we are heads up to the river, and that king comes off, gives Kathy the check mark. She can only be beat by a full house, which her opponent does not have. Yeah, or flush.
There's options out there.
I guess. Neither of which are there.
Oh, they're waiting. The hand hasn't come on yet. They're all hovering over, watching the screen, waiting for the hand to come on.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He absolutely did.
You see Veronica there trying to remember how to use her phone.
Oh, straddle! Take it!
Yeah, Mustak, you are correct. Frank will need a driver tonight.
Straddle's on.
For some reason, the reader can't pick up his hand.
Oh, yeah!
It's a live 50? Live 45.
That's all? Must be Frank.
Live 40.
Must be Frank. Live 40?
Live 40.
On ESPN, they did it. Yeah, tell them to blind that hand out. Till after the river. Till after Frank Bolt.
And I haven't won. He at least has one tilted out of his board. Out of his board. They're gonna punch it. They can't.
No! No! No, you can't!
They can't. They
No!
can't. They won't. They can't.
God. No! 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 Mike! No!
Kathy has raised it. Oh, Harlan raised it to 100. Kathy's going to call with 7-8.
This game is live. Kathy calling the 7-8 on the button.
Check.
I checked. I missed.
Oh my God.
The one.
So the flop is 4-4-6. Even though Harlan's 5s are technically ahead, Frank is 41% still.
You're right.
Oh yeah, you were playing.
Just having those overcards with 7 and the 8 out there. This must still be the pre-flop percentages.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way that was right.
Yeah. All right, waiting for our flop to catch up here.
Oh yeah.
Kathy with the 7-8 gut shot puts in a bet, and she hits her 7. She
turns
might
the
not
best
know
hand.
it, but she's actually good at the moment. But the river could be a heartbreaker sometimes.
Is Kathy with a jam here?
She's posturing like she might. She does have position, and now it's just her and Harlan. Harlan actually,
jams. Harlan turns open-ended and shoves.
Oh my God. What now with her stack? A $2,000 pot. Yeah, it's hard.
She's got 7. I don't think. Did she really have 700 back? No way.
No, it would look like about 300.
Straight for Harlan.
What was the river?
3.
Oh my God, that is.
Kathy makes
so
a huge hero call.
and it was the right call. That's the sick thing. It was the right call, and she just got unlucky. And this is one of those things that it's what drives people crazy in poker. You can make the right decision, you can make the right play, and you can still get smacked down on the river.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you? You made the right call and lost?
All the time. All the time,
It's
every
a common
time.
occurrence. I mean, if you can't handle it, you have no business playing this game because it's something that's going to happen in poker.
And Harlan up to 3K in our 1-3 game.
Did we lose Kathy, or is she coming back?
Mind you, this game started at a $500 cap to start.
Yeah,
Harlan's up to 3K.
it's running good. It's running really good.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah. Wasn't I just saying
legend.
that he's one of the most well-rounded players at the table? Didn't I say that earlier? You can buy me another drink. It's cool.
Oh, God.
All right, another dealer coming in. That's Jen, one of our top dealers, going to show us how it's done. Wouldn't it be great if she dealt a jackpot? Yeah. I want to see a jackpot hit on the live stream.
Well, don't we all? But the only problem is that I can't be. I mean, mind you, okay, well, I mean, I'm not like. I'm anti-jackpot.
You're anti-jackpot?
Yeah.
Disagree.
It's already recorded.
Cap.
Why you gotta fuck with me like
Nope.
that, man?
All right, guys. Jake said jackpot's bad for poker. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, you'd be better off taking that same amount of money and do it in like smaller, like splash pots and things like that. Because then the money it's going to get put back into play more often. If you give someone 30, 40K, they're going to go pay off some bills and things like that. No, I'm against people paying their bills. But they're going to go pay off some credit. Oh yeah, they would. Yes, they go buy a car. They go this money. You give someone $100, $200 at a time, and the money goes right back into the poker community.
Have you not met the people that play here?
All right.
This is not just poker, okay? This is not just a game. This is life. You need to understand that, Jake.
No!
I just don't want to.
He's laughing at that.
That was the biggest bluff ever.
Now they're all getting up to watch the hand. And then everyone's leaving the table. Anthony's like, I'm trying to cut a profit here, man. Like, we get some hands in.
was good.
He had 8 high. He had 8 high. Oh.
Sean LV says, buy the table around of Uber rides. That's real.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. None of these people need to be driving tonight. I hope to.
He's driving Frank nuts. I mean,
I hope to be in the same position by the time the night's over.
right? Missionary.
Oh, yeah, 75.
That too. That would be great.
I love it. Everyone sat back down at the table except for Frank. They just saw the 8-6 of spades where Frank folded a flush. And Frank is yet to return to the table.
For everyone that's just joining us in the chat room, this is Veronica and friends on Stone's Live Poker. It's a 1-3 no limit game with stacks all the way up to 3,000. It's been pretty crazy. If you didn't catch the beginning of it, it will be archived instantly when we stop broadcasting at 10, and you can go back and watch all the action as many times as you'd like.
Yeah, the Ubers and the lifts, hovering around or circling stones like sharks right now. Really, they should know that. It's Wine Wednesday. It's Veronica and friends. You just camp out.
Uber or Lyft, they're both great.
Yeah.
I like Lyft because that's the little pink mustache.
That's all that was in there.
Oh, did you not get it?
Like that. See?
Son of a bitch!
That's the Lyft mustache right there.
Oh, God.
But the ride's not free. They charge you. Not a free ride.
God damn! And I lose
We
another
just happen to have a Lyft mustache in the booth. It just happens to be here.
I'm just listening to Frank.
Yeah, he's out of control. He's out of control.
In a good way.
No, the 5 gives me a streak.
You color up.
5 gives me a full house.
$350.
On the end? Or?
446.
Right. So a 5, you'll go. So you understand 8 or a 5. 25. That's a pretty lucky trade. 7, 6 out. Thanks, man. I was pretty confident.
Frank calls 25 with his pair of eights. 4 spades on the turn.
Wow, Daniela actually
Picks up straight draw and flush draw.
good flush draw because Frank doesn't have a spade, however, cannot be happy about it. That gives the check mark to Frank. His 10 is good against Danielle's pocket deuces. And it's not true what they say, that deuces never lose. They actually lose here.
Yeah, clever and cliche, break down a bat. It's deuces.
My
Just,
Frank, 10-8 off.
just a reminder for our tournament players this Saturday, Mega Satellite at 3 p.m. to win your last Sunday seat, $90 buy-in, 10,000 chips, 20-minute levels, 1 and 5 players get a 350 seat for a 40K guarantee this Sunday. Looking forward to it being a big day here.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, this is the first satellite we've had for the 40K, right?
It is, yeah. Now we're going to do them monthly.
That's all. That's,
so the
that's
Saturday
really good.
before.
That's really awesome.
And the final table will also feature the return of V-Cross Poker.
Yes.
Val Cross will be back in the commentary booth that night with who? With you? Who's she in here with?
I don't know. You tell me. Who runs the show?
I'm looking it up right now.
She'll probably final table.
It is you. It's you and Val.
Pending that we get final table.
Well, I'm not worried about that.
Wow. Oh God.
Val has a standing history of bubbling live stream final.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Yeah. Val will 10. Yeah.
10 for sure.
Book it.
Love you, Val.
I can still hold a hand. I don't know if you're watching, but I can hold a hand.
Frank folded a hand?
Come on, Mike. Why can't you have
believe
ace
it.
deuce there? Why can't you have ace deuce? What a fucking moron betting the two of us.
I know.
And another reminder for our viewers: turn up the table talk. It's fantastic. It's more entertaining than us. Not that that's saying it's not.
You had like Hockey Queen, Rocket Jack.
Oh my God.
I told her, I was like, she wants to call her.
What was that board?
Think about the first one.
It wasn't
Speaking of ace king, we would have ace king.
Queen, rag.
Sean LV wants to know what's more wasted, Frank or his bankroll.
No. It was
Very clever, Sean. Very clever. Frank's actually getting it back as we speak, and he has more money than God.
Yes.
Technically true.
Yes.
God doesn't have any money. He doesn't need it. People just give him free stuff every week. He walks into McDonald's.
I was gonna take another line with
Free
it.
Big
but,
Mac. Free Big
yeah.
Mac. God. Strip club. He makes it rain, literally.
What happens when I do a blue break? How much is it?
He's like, oh yeah, I'll make it rain, honey.
I think
Harlan is 1,000 bigs deep.
I think he already made the decision. I'm driving off the cliff on the way
Yes.
Harlan's a crusher.
Anything happens?
All right, flop comes out. King, Jack, 5. Mike P with King 3, believe it or not, is in the lead at the moment. Everyone kind of catching a little piece of this except for Kathy, who it looked like she bet. Kathy, the only one that missed, and she bet.
Yeah. You got an inside straight draw. You ain't dead yet.
All right, guys. Too many red chips on the table. These guys are coloring up. We are now 3 ways, and another jack peels off. That's a great card for Anthony. Anthony's been very patient being out of his element in seat 2. Now picks up a second big hand, and just beautifully has somebody leading into him. It's very nice for him. People never just give me money like that.
Any calls?
Frank's gonna get out of there, and we're gonna see a turn, or a river card heads up.
Anthony does not love that card.
It does give him the full house, but Kathy checking's
check.
good.
Wow, actually,
Yeah.
after Kathy checks,
No point in betting. You're only gonna get called if you're losing there in that spot. So it's a good check back by Anthony. He's gonna scoop the pot with jacks full of kings.
That is the most pivotal pot I've never been in with this.
I would have bet. I mean, Kathy was never going to call, but I don't think she was ever checking top fold.
The tightest person at the table, I flat you.
So I was typing in poker live stream and actually missed a letter and put in poker love stream.
Oh.
It's a totally different thing.
I don't know. On this table, they might be synonymous.
I had no idea what a poker love stream was until then. But
It's what it is. It's Frank and Mike Possel. There's a lot of poker like love stream going
love
on.
streaming back.
Yeah,
and
love
forth.
streaming back and forth.
The site that came up was very
Not.
interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing really to do with poker.
Well. Action on Mike Boss here.
Okay,
Frank
let's get
makes
back
it
to the
50.
game.
Frank makes it 50 to go
There's a
ace
game
queen.
going on here. There's a
Takes
game.
10 the pot.
Jake's trying so hard to change the subject.
That wasn't the question. Asking him in the air.
Ghost of M says that VAP sounds like an ethnic war slur.
Oh, is that what we're resorting to?
I have to say, we have the best chatters.
We really do.
It's such an entertaining chat room.
We have some wine left.
Kathy with kings. Tell me she straddled.
Right?
Tell me she straddled.
Thank you a lot for very much.
Yeah, it looks like she did. Straddle and pick up kings. It's good to be Kathy.
It's science.
I might not even have a call. I might not even have a call. That sounds good.
Everyone in the chat room already looking forward to the next Veronica and Friends game on August 17th. This one isn't even over yet.
I didn't want them here, but people didn't
No,
show
I
up.
know. You asked me why I'm so quiet.
People make the comment that this is the biggest 1-3 game ever. It's definitely probably the biggest 1-3 that we've
It's up there.
that we've streamed.
Yeah.
But it's still far from the biggest 1-3 games that I've seen in his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've had games that were much larger than this, believe it or not, and it happens at a strange frequency.
Kathy hits top set, and now this is time to just sit back and milk it. It's a rainbow board. No real draws to be worried about, although Frank does have a gut shot, but...
Anyways, there's no real draws to get value from.
And the 10 has, when you see that less than 1%, that's not good.
Can we look at your bottom to make sure?
Basically, Batman needs perfect to win this pot. That's not going to happen. What are the odds of perfect? Do you know? Off the top of your
Less
head?
than 1%.
Way less.
Less than 1%.
Way less.
That's not perfect.
Nope. There goes
Frank's still drawn to his
Frank,
4.
yeah, just waiting for a 4 to come. That's the only way he can win at this point. I have to assume all 4 are left in the deck with 9%.
No, Kathy might think that someone could have an ace here, might draw to an inside straight so she can get value from those hands. Small chance that someone's got the case king. It's $348 in the pot. Kathy needs to get a little value.
Looks like about 80, which is a great bet to try and get some action in this pot. Frank looks like he's going to give her a little action.
Kathy does not want to see an ace or a 4 peel off. There's the 2 cards that right now she's got to worry about in her mind. And she doesn't know an ace is a pure card for her, but someone could very well be in the pot with a 5-4, the 3-4, namely Frank. Frank has all those kind of hands all the time. Frank calls.
And this is where we see a 4 and it's just sick, right? Here it comes. 4 on the river.
I'm afraid to look.
Oh, it's an ace.
Ace.
Okay,
That's
now
one of the cards Kathy did not want to see.
that card doesn't help Frank out, but that is a scary as all hell card for Kathy.
5-4, 3-4, those all got there.
Is she still gonna bet? I think the right place to still bet, right? Look at her, she can't believe it. She just feels like she got the worst draw here. And that is a pretty
She just got
sick
drawn
card.
out on, and people sometimes get in their head, you know, once they start running bad.
Yeah,
We saw her play that big pot with Harlan.
She bets, Frank snap
Frank
calls,
calls 2.
2 pair versus a set. Good job, Kathy. Kathy's gonna take it down.
Never folded it for
Frank, I don't know, baby. Maybe switch back to booze. The water ain't working. Kathy bets 200 and Frank snaps her.
I like this hand for one to analyze later, because it did, with that scary card on the river, Kathy still seemed to know she was good. I mean, she has a strong
It
hand.
might have played different on the river if Frank started talking to her. I don't know if he gave away something that he said there. I'm not sure. But Kathy was definitely, you can tell by, she slowed down her pace.
Yeah.
Kind of looking over at Frank. Something that will change where they were all, Kathy suddenly felt very comfortable value betting.
Right. He gave off some sort of tell, I'm sure. He's pretty drunk.
I wasn't going to say it so blunt like that, but I mean...
It's the truth, it's not blunt. It's the blunt truth.
And apparently when my score comes in, I'll fucking fold, so it doesn't matter anyway. That wasn't English.
Language.
It was English.
Yeah, but F-bomb. Language.
Veronica said it was completely legal.
Burnfeld said it's sort of a scary card. I don't think it's that bad. It is because Frank very much can have 5-4, 3-4, deuce 4 there. I mean, Frank can have ace 4. He could already have it there. Right?
Yeah, we all.
Pocket 4. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's a lot of combos, and if you pay attention to the kind of hands that Frank's playing, Frank has 4s. Frank's got 8-4 right here in this hand. I mean,
Well, that proves everything.
like it's.
Guess what?
If a straight's possible, it's possible for Frank to have it. He has, like, and then, as we talked about, with Anthony before the stream, being in a tough spot because it's hard to put Frank on a hand.
How was that? You're gonna fold like a school.
2, 3, 5, and
It's the most entertaining game we've had in quite some time.
Frank's open-ended. Frank's got a 4.
I love Veronica.
Veronica's still with the best hand, pocket nines, and you see she's almost even percentage-wise with Frank.
I just wish you wouldn't have invited
7 comes out on the turn. That doesn't help Frank's cause. Veronica's still, it's not in the lead anymore. Kathy with 7-5 now has 2 pair. Kathy momentarily takes the lead.
Now, if a 6 came off, it would give Frank the super straight, though.
Ah, the infamous super straight. Which is, would be a great hand for him. Would make sense since we do have a superhero at the table. Batman tonight taking a break from fighting crime to play poker here at Stone.
I really thought you were referring to Harlan. So we have a superhero at the table.
Well, Harlan's out of commission superhero. He broke his arm. Can't be a superhero with a broken arm.
And Kathy makes top 2.
Wasn't that card already on the board?
Oh, Veronica gets a miracle
draws out.
card. Pairing the board with the 3s gives her the better 2 pair, 9s and 3s. Kathy does not know yet that her natural 2 pair, 7-5, is no good now to an overpair to the board. Veronica with the check mark. Kathy bets out 100. It's on Frank now with that 8-4. He's completely missed. Frank can't call here, but Kathy will probably pay Veronica off. At least just pay her off. Or I'm sorry. When Veronica races.
I think Veronica races. I think Veronica calls.
Think Veronica just calls?
Just calls. There's no point in racing here. There it is.
All right. Veronica, show your cards, scoop your pot. You got the best river ever.
But I knew that was a bad river. I knew that.
Another 3 on the river. The same 3 of clubs still haunting Kathy's stall.
But when she was in that river came, she was breathing hard. I'm like, she has me beat right now. I just hope she doesn't have a bow. And she doesn't raise me down.
Well, Kathy says as a read on Veronica, she said when the river came, she saw Veronica breathing hard. But little does she know, Veronica always breathes that hard.
Right.
It's kind of her thing, right?
Yeah, she's
She's a
a
hard
mouth
breather. She's a hard breather.
Oh.
Isn't she? You know her better than anybody.
Like a pickle, huh?
Yeah.
Her best friend.
Like, what went wrong in my life? Like, that's my kind of thing. Like, I know Veronica Brill. It's like,
Lots of people want to know Veronica Brill.
I'm telling you, you want to get in this game, you want to know Veronica Brill. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Oh, we got a charity tournament coming up as well.
We do, yeah. Good thing to bring up. That's August 9th and 11th. So our normal Tuesday and Thursday night tournament, 75 buy-in. You'll have the option to buy up to an additional $25 worth of chips. That's a 5,000 chip bonus. All of that chip money, the bonus chips, will go to Lilliput Children's Services, a local charity here in Citrus Heights. Help kids, underprivileged kids get school supplies. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. August 9th and 11th, Tuesday and Thursday evening at 6:30. We'll see you there.
tatas or your cat?
6, 9, and a 10 come out. No one really connecting heavily with this at all. D is ace high, currently good. And Daniela has bet her 7-5. And she's going to take it down. Better to win a small pot than lose a big one, right?
Absolutely.
How do we settle that bet? Do you work for it? You have to do I need to reach out?
Games coming up. This coming Monday will be the final table for our 40K Last Sunday event, and the following one, a week from today, is August 3rd. That will be our 10-25 no limit game, the first Wednesday of every month. We do our big game. I already have a monstrous lineup, 6 players in the game, so there's only 3 left. If you want to get in this game, message me as soon as you can. I'll put my contact info in the chat real quick for you. Let me know you want to lock up your seat. There's not going to be open seats very much longer.
God damn it, was that Ron, dude?
And it is a great lineup.
Ron, dude?
I'm going to give you a sneak peek on this one.
Frank's got a straddle on, and NLHE makes it 110 to go pre with King 10 of diamonds. This is a 1-3 game. And Anthony
One of the butter.
3 bets King Queen.
Just watch Jake's face when he looks at that list. See? See the neck tilting? That's like, whoa! You like that game? It's going to be a good game, right?
It'll be a good game.
Yeah. 3 seats left if you want to get in. August 3rd, 10-25 no limit.
Anthony makes it 360. He puts in half his stack.
With King Queen of Hearts. And he's good right now.
He is
He's
good.
dominating.
I mean, it looks super strong.
Hey, you had told me that she's not playing here, so when she came and gave me that, she gave me that.
Okay, no, Anthony's got more than that behind. Okay, that makes much more sense. Anthony didn't only have 700 behind.
Oh, you thought
Anthony,
you didn't know he had all that behind?
Yeah, no. I thought it was such a weird
half the
play.
stack?
Yeah, well, the graphic showed that he only had 700 and change. So Anthony 3-betting, 360, you're putting in half your stack. Like it's a little awkward.
It is showing here him with only 900. I think he has a lot more than
I think he added on a grand, and maybe we didn't catch it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Everybody at this fucking table.
Oh, yeah. I definitely
This one live stream has blown off the
no secret I want something.
and it's the 1-3 game. So,
This 1-3 plays
Good
like
range
a
from a number of things.
But
Probably
I
yes.
can eat
Probably
it.
yes in every category.
What happened?
Harlan makes it 18 to go, Ace King. Mike Postle comes along, King 9 of diamonds.
Hole in one.
NLHE, he calls 18 as well, 6-4 of diamonds. Gonna come over here to Anthony with jacks. He's out of position,
That would be a while.
and
Oh, sorry.
besides having his hamstring that he can actually 3-bet for value, because he's out of position, he doesn't want to be playing the pot multi-way with jacks out of position. 3-betting here is definitely the best option, and he does. Makes it 125 to go. 2 black jacks. It should be a poker training website. 2 black jacks. I don't know. Now action back on Harlan. Now, if Harlan knew that Anthony had just 3-bet King Queen, I think Harlan might consider 4-betting here, Ace King. Harlan calls 107 more. And now Kathy, Ace 9. Did Kathy call?
Looks like it,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Harlan hits his ace with his ace king. Kathy also hits an ace. It's not as good. And Anthony's just in bad shape here with his jacks.
Multi-way, I'm not in love with this value bet, or this C-bet from Anthony. Not in love with it. Now, if Harlan had flatted, if you think Harlan is going to be flatting queens and kings, then it's a great C-bet, because then you can get him to fold those hands with the ace on board. But if a lot of his range is, flat, his, 3-bet flatting range is going to have a lot of aces in it, then you're kind of just throwing away money here. Plus, you got to worry about Kathy.
He doesn't look worried about Kathy. Harlan sticks in a raise. It looked like about 400, 425. Okay.
Kathy does have backdoor straight draws, or have a backdoor straight draw. She can hit 2 pair.
This is the tough thing about playing hands like Ace X, is when you do hit your ace, you're often being put to very difficult decisions about whether or not your kicker's good.
And I mean, they play especially bad when you're calling 3 bets pre-flop. For some reason, is when you make your hand, if you're good, it's hard to get paid. I mean, in this case, albeit Anthony's leading over jacks, but it's hard for someone with an underpair to really pay you off when you do hit your ace. And if there are a lot of chips going in the pot, and when you hit your ace, you're usually second best.
I'm raising an ace, but I'm definitely raising you. I already had my plan for raising you, but when he raised,
Alright, you guys have got 1 or 2 hands left.
I already know you.
I had an ace.
Wow, and then we hear Kathy talking about what her plan with the hand was. She was going to pop Anthony.
You're gonna see it anyway.
Just so you don't
But
have to stress like
I
Frank
actually
did.
thought you had like a set. I thought you had like a set at 7 right there.
I never have a hand that
What did
good.
I do?
Well, you play a lot. You like to raise a lot of funds.
Veronica says that you're just checking your giving up and trying to get to showdown with Jack Jack.
You're the one that raised.
You can check call, you can bluff catch with jacks. I think it's a much better plan. Heads up, 3-way. If there's a bet and a call, jacks is a pretty easy fold. I mean, the problem is, if you see bet and get
I'm
called,
going to tell you right now,
you're pretty much going to shut down anyway. So then you're just giving up your C bet money.
every time I'm in the seat, I raise. I'm never sitting in that seat ever again.
I mean, there's very, very few worse hands, if any, that are going to call you there.
I never wanted that seat. Never sitting there ever again.
Never, ever there.
Never ever.
Oh, you hit your ace and you still fold.
There's nothing I can do there.
When he bets, you raise. When you
Ace, king, queen. Kathy hits her ace. Thick Gravy Enema asks if this game is uncapped. It is plain table stakes. So when the game starts, it's a $500 max buy-in, but then it plays table stakes after that. So then you can buy in for up to the larger stack. So it's not uncommon for the 1-3 game here at Stones to get this deep or deeper oftentimes.
How'd you do on that, which tournament did you catch?
Copy, Bob.
You guys shot that?
The one that I bubbled.
And so there we look at our stack sizes there.
It's not hard.
All but one player is over 300 bigs deep.
Wow.
That is hard.
All right, guys, thanks again, everyone that's been watching the stream tonight. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for being here. We are looking at the last hand of the stream, but the action will continue after the show. We have a full room tonight, tons of great action going on in here. You can still come down and be a part of it. Open 24/7. Around-the-clock poker action here at the Saloon at Stone's Gambling Hall. And just get into any of these games by contacting me, letting me know you want to play. We start playing at 5:30 on our stream games, but again, we always have action in the room, so come down and be a part of it, please. All right, 4-way action it looks like. Oh,
Danielle takes down pre.
all right.
Last hand, you better gamble up, Frank.
Oh, okay. Which sounds like we got one more hand after this. A little preemptive on that. One more hand coming out. This is going to be the final hand of the evening. They should bomb pot it. Let's do a bomb pot. Are they doing it?
They should.
Did you say a rack attack went out? I thought you were saying a rack attack.
I heard there was a table 12. Oh, no, 12's at one.
Oh, yeah,
behind.
12's in front of it.
Oh,
That's
okay. I heard table 12.
Get everybody's hopes up and just let them down.
And then I forgot about it. So, I mean, Rosin360 says overtime just this once. I need this, man. You know what? Wait, if you really want it, you got to come play. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Danielle is going to be a part of the last hand here. She's got King 10.
Makes 18 to go under the gun.
Kathy with Ace 5. I heard a raise. Oh, she's announcing Daniela's raise. Okay.
Side bet woman wins.
I feel like I owe you.
Side bet woman wins the spot.
And no, Kathy did raise. Kathy made it
58 to go.
So ace five is another one of those hands that can be played well as a 3-bet bluff because you're blocking an ace. I'm not, I mean, as it is, she's actually ahead of Daniela, but I'm not in love with 3-betting Daniela opening under the gun. Daniela, usually when she opens it under the gun, it's going to be very, very strong. Solid player. This is, I was actually really surprised to see Daniela open King 10 under the gun.
It's the last hand.
I think that's a big piece of it. It was the last hand. Daniela just wanted to get involved. As if she was pushed off the hand.
And that flop completely misses everybody. Kathy's actually out in the lead with her ace 5. Ace high right now is strongest.
Checks through.
Check around. 9 comes on the turn, still missing everybody, but it does open up a gut shot for Batman.
Harlan's open-ended now. Not Harlan, I'm sorry, Batman's open-ended.
That's what I meant.
Harlan's got a gut shot and 2 overs. Mike P squeezes 2 black cards and...
Bye-bye.
Well, LHE just snap folds.
Yeah, he's not interested in the draw.
There were 2 hearts on the board too, so you might worry possibly if the straight gets there, but if it's a hard, then it might be a dirty out.
Naked? Oh, for you, I'll do it naked. I vacuum in diamonds. I go, no, really, it looks really good when I get done. I do a little diamond shade. You know what I'm talking about, right? Following it.
Harlan's made it 180 to go here, and that bet's going to take it down to king high. Kathy actually letting the best hand go.
Your housekeeper must be very, very...
Harlan. The man, the myth, the legend.
He really is. He's the best.
Love Harlan.
Do we get a bonus hand?
I'm not sure.
No bonus. There we go.
No bonus hand.
Oh, we're in the big screen. Let's do a dance.
Act normal.
Robot to the robot. Okay. Guys,
You're
what
welcome.
a game. Holy crap. That's Veronica and friends.
It's the best. It's the best game we have consistently. I mean, it's 1-3 that plays like 5-10,
and they get drunk and do drink pots and bomb pots and prop bets.
Yeah, and supporting the Uber economy. It's wonderful.
And the Uber economy. It was really cool to see all these. We have very talented players, a very all-star lineup as far as poker skill.
And Veronica.
And so to see that matchup, to see how the decisions they make and play against each other was pretty cool for me. I really enjoyed this game, aside from the entertaining table talk. Because I have to say that was pretty entertaining. Thanks again to our audience, our amazing dealers here at Stones. The guys behind the booth tonight, Kenny, Matt, and Bob back there.
Abraham.
Bob, also known as Stones Live Poker in the chat room. He is Stones Live Poker. He's the embodiment of it. Thanks again for joining us. Veronica and Friends, usually on the 3rd Wednesday. So a couple quick reminders coming up. This weekend, huge tournament weekend at Stones, right? We have the 11 o'clock on Saturday, our 10K guarantee, 130 buy-in. At 3 p.m. that day, we'll run a mega satellite for our last Sunday seat. That's for our 40K guarantee that starts this Sunday at 11. And then don't forget to join us Monday night for the final table of that tournament.
Sean Elvey is the biggest loss in this table. Dignity.
There was never any.
Our chatters are the best.
There was never any dignity at this table.
Are the best.
Don't try and fool yourself on this one. So thanks again to everyone. Jake, go ahead and give us our parting words of wisdom for the evening.
Dignity sounds like a stripper name.
I think it is.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
All right, appreciate it. Take care.
Peace.